All right, welcome everyone to another episode dealing with Umar Johnson, continuing coverage. This has been going on for such a long time, and it's important to make people aware of this fraudster. And we got quite a bit to get into this evening. We will be back tomorrow, probably during the day, and we may do another back-to-back Memphis, as Umar used to say. But before we get into the paint day, and there's a lot of people who felt like paint day was a big deal, but then other people who've been around a while, we recognize that the paint day is not a big deal. He's actually had several paint days. It's just a way of giving the illusion of progress to people, his followers, as if he's making progress on this school scam. And as long as he does this, and he does it from time to time, he'll take the boards off the windows over 5 years, and then he puts the boards back on. But when he takes them off, everyone gets excited. They send him more money. Then he puts them back on. Same thing with the paint day. Matter of fact, if we have time, if you could chat, if you all want to, we can look at the old paint days from back in the day. He does this to give the illusion of progress. And this is one of the ways that he's been able to continue with this scam. I like to show this receipt, and I think that this is apropos to show it here, and everyone needs to consider this. How's it going, Craig Angel Hill Pasa? Good to see you in the building, sis. Texas Diva and B. Tisdale's in the building, Brian's in the building as well, and Tristan and Tata. Thank you so much for tuning on in. This is from Umar Johnson's Facebook account, and this was one of his earlier Facebook accounts under Umar Abdullah Johnson. He has quite a few aliases too. He has at least 7 different aliases that he uses. This was posted on January 6, 2010. Umar Johnson, he says here, promises in 2010 to begin laying the groundwork for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Pan African School for Black Boys, specializing in learning disabilities and disruptive behavior disorders. This will be a private school, and yes, you will pay in order for your son to attend. The grand opening was set for September 11th, 2013. We're now in June, January, February, March, April, May, June of 2024, and the school still has not opened. And to be honest with you, he's not even close. This can go on for another 5 years. And he's specifically talking about the small building that he's going to be turning into a school, allegedly. I want people to understand that he has no intention of opening up a school. He doesn't know what he's doing. He never knew what he was doing. His whole goal was to give you guys something, Umar Johnson's followers, something that you would send him money for, a cause, a goal to educate Black boys, to save them from the school to prison industrial complex, to save them from ADHD medication, all these different types of things. But he makes these promises in hopes that you would give him money, and you send him money, but he never delivers on the promises. And he's been doing this, and not just with this Wilmington school scam, but the previous school scam, which was the St. Paul school scam. And it's always something. He always comes up with something. Paint day is just a way of giving the illusion of progress, even though this has been going on now for 14 years. He's had these buildings up there in Wilmington, Delaware. They're still on the vacant property list for over 5 years. It's nothing more than a long con. Now, before we get into the newest paint day, I want to share something with you all. Most of you have already seen this, but I find it interesting that Umar claims that he's going to open up a school, but he gives no updates. He doesn't give any updates in terms of how much money he has collected. And you Umar Johnson followers should be asking him that every single time. How much money have you collected? How much money have you spent? How much money do you have left over? See, if he's getting eviction notices, relatively recent eviction notices, in the midst of all of this, understand that he doesn't have the money to open up a school, even though he's been given enough money to open up a school. That's the scam. There's people who Umar had collected over $1 million back in 2018. There's people who've opened up schools on far less than $1 million. In just 4 years, he was already over $1 million. Okay, the St. Paul school scam started in 2014. Well, that's 10 years ago. This month, 10 years. If he collected $1 million in 4, how much do you think he collected in 10? And let's go all the way back to 2009. Collecting money for different projects, different things he said he was going to do, never delivers on anything. And as soon as Umar Johnson follows, when you stop sending him money, that's when he'll move on to something else. That's what he did with his shockumentary he collected money for. That's the book of romance that he collected pre-orders for. The list goes on and on and on. He's always saying he's going to do something. One time he said during COVID, he said that he was going to he's going to set up for 5th graders, I believe. Then he said, we may do it for more grades, but we're going to set up an online academy, something to that effect. People got excited, never delivered on it. Okay. Now, what I like to do is to share something with y'all, because it's interesting that Umar doesn't give any updates on how much money he's raised, how much he's spent, how much money he has left over, what he's going to be doing tomorrow, what he's going to be doing next week. All this should have been itemized and it should have been clear plan. He don't know what he's doing. He's painting way before they should be painting. He painted the outside of the buildings years ago. Why are you painting the outside of the buildings years ago when renovations aren't even complete? It makes no sense unless he's trying to give the illusion of progress. So on the outside, it looks a little bit better, even though now it looks horrible again. On the outside, it looks better than what it did before because we painted, right? And then people say, okay, he's making progress. The illusion of progress is sending more money. But I want to ask the question, when was the last time Umar actually walked in those buildings and showed people progress, specifically to give a tour? Specifically to give a tour of all the things that he's done, all of the work that we working. When is the last time? Well, you know, it's been over 6 months. Y'all think you gonna open up a school? This guy ain't got to show you nothing. You still send him money. I don't mean to laugh. I apologize. Okay. 6 months ago, and he wasn't even the one that uploaded the video. It was Maria. We're gonna play a little bit of that because I want you guys to see this. But even before this, it's over 6 months ago. And this is just for the small building. The larger building across the street, he hasn't live streamed to show anything or even taken video of that to show people in over 4 years and 10 months. Y'all think he's serious about opening up a school? No, he's not. It's a long con. He's a fraudster. He's a scammer. Okay. Now, to get started, I want to play this for you all. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio. I'm going to do a screen share. Okay, and we're going to tie all this to the paint day, but we need to have, everyone, I think it's important that we see this, and I'll skip through. We ain't got to watch the whole thing. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to push play now. Quick chat. Thank you all for being here too. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
That high school you see over there?
Yeah, he still says that he needs a roofer. Okay, he says he needs all these things, but he says renovations were complete. He said renovations. I have a video. Matter of fact, I don't mean to get. Here we go. I can't remember what month that was last year. I think it was in September. He said renovations are done. I can pull it up. Was it September? He said renovations are done. Well, if renovations are done, why are you painting? Why are you asking for roofers, begging for roofers? We covered that as well. But, you know, I have another video where Umar was talking about how renovations were complete. And this is going back 2 years. Hold on 1 second. I'm not going to play the video, but let me just see what the date was. This was February 2nd, 2023. So a year and 2 months ago. Y'all want me to play a quick chat? Hit the one if y'all want me to play it real quick. I know we got to see now. We're going to be here for a month. You know, how's it going to say? No, the HVAC is still not working. Still not working. Last time he gave an update on that was relevant. He said something to the effect that they need a control unit. They're just waiting on the control unit, family. We need the control unit. I said, really? Yeah. Yeah, it's still on the abandoned. It's called the vacant property list, and he has to pay. Well, Umar Johnson follows. You still have to. You have 5 years of being on the vacant property list. I don't know how much money it is. Over $1,000 a year, a couple of thousand. Let me not even say that, but it's just wasted money. Okay, it's other people's money. Umar don't care, but that's for 5 years. He claims that he's paying $2,000, or excuse me, Umar Johnson follows. You're paying $2,000 a month for the water bill. Even though there's no school, there's no children up in there, there's no faculty, no staff, but you're still paying it. Boy, it's ridiculous. He don't care though, because it's free money. Yeah, we back at it. We back at it, family. Yeah, well, he told Lord Jamar a whole bunch of nothing. Okay, let me pull this up. I have it right here. Okay, I'm gonna play it. Here we go. How's it going, Chris? So thanks for tuning on to Gamers and Drink. What's up, Gamers and Drink? Texas Divas in the building. All righty. Career Angel here, one of the old G's. I mean, when you say old G, she's one of the old G's from back in the day. All right, hope you've been doing all right. Okay, let me pull this up. Check this out right here. This was again from February 2nd, 2023, if memory serves me correctly. Sound like Umar. You know how he is with them dates, boy. He don't be playing no games. Okay, let me pull it up. Here it is. Check this out.
Speaking about the school, right? Like, how do you deal with all the criticism and everything?
Okay, can y'all hear this? Quick chat. Let me know if you can hear this. If you can hear it, anyone, just type here in there. Okay, here we go.
And speaking about the school, right? Like, how do you deal with all the criticism and everything? I think that what I've learned in my short life is that Black people don't understand the process of getting things accomplished. If I put out a goal, it needs to be done within, I guess, a week. And if it's not done within a week, I'm
Okay, sir, it's not a week. It's not a week. It's 14 years. See, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to play those kind of games. Don't say that in a week. Umar said that it was going to open in 2023. Look right here. It says grand opening September 11th, 2023. That's not a week. Yes, people have given Umar extreme. I've given Umar grace. There's times where I said, let me lay off this guy because he was looking all bummy and looked like he was just rolled out of a cardboard box down there on 15th and Market Street. I said, you know what? Let me go. I've given this guy grace. So, I'm not here to bash anybody, but don't say that it's been a week and try to minimize the length of this. This has been going on for 14 years. He's had these trap bandos in Wilmington for over 5 years. So don't say a week, and don't try to make it seem like it's Black people are the problem. Here we go with this. Want to blame the people who are sending him the money. Listen, I ain't sending this guy opinion, and I'm not. Y'all want to send him your money, but see, listen, if you're going to send somebody money and they say in 2010 the school going to open in 2013 and they don't deliver, you mean to tell me that you shouldn't have to ask questions, you shouldn't ask questions, you shouldn't criticize? And then he said it was going to open in 2014, 2014. Then he said 2015. Then he said 2014? Yeah. 2014, 2015. Now the memory serves me. I thought it was 2013. He said 2013, 16. No, he said 2013. And I have the video I can pull up where he said it can open in 2014. Because that's when he started the St. Paul school scam. He was dressed in that suit and they had the African drums that play in the beginning. Y'all remember he had the glasses on and he was talking about, and if we can get this school, he started doing his fingers like this. If we can get this school, Umar, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be joking around. That's when he starts sniffing and blinking and doing his hand. He said that we might be able to open some later that year. Let's give him some grace. 2015. Okay, he did say 2016. Said we're going to have a building in 2017, 18, and finally 2019 he acquires these buildings. And he says it's going to open 2020, but he said they're going to have a grand opening so you can come and see it, and that didn't happen. And so then 2020 rolled around. There's no grand opening. Then he changed to 2021, no grand opening. Then he changed to 2022 and no grand opening. Then he changed to 2023, no grand opening. And then he changed to 2024, which is this year. And I guarantee you there will be no grand opening, meaning that there are children. How are you going to have children enrolled and get that all done by September? It's not going to happen. There's no enrollment. You don't even have no faculty and staff. What are you talking about? Wires all falling out the building. He talking about he need a roofer. So don't get up on here. What we not going to do is get up on here and lie. Okay. Don't get up here and say things like, if it's just a week. It's not a week, sir. It's 14 years of this. Come on now. We got to do better than that. What's up, D at all? They getting my blood pressure up already, brother. Okay, here we go.
And speaking about the school, right? Like, how do you deal with all the criticism and everything? I think that what I've learned in my short life is that Black people don't understand the process of getting things accomplished. If I put out
Umar
I'm a
starts
failure,
snarling.
I'm a liar,
See him
but
snarling? See how he's snarling? I know this guy. I knew he was going to start snarling. I knew it. I know this guy. He starts snarling because as soon as you start bringing up the school scam, he start getting, and he know it. Look at him. He said guilty. Hey, Creole, he was like, guilty. With his sexy, he said he wanted a sexy office. He said you queens gonna come and donate your time and labor and decorate. You bringing everything for him too. Okay, that's what he said. That's what I'm saying, Redmond. He started twitching that nose and snarling. I don't mean to laugh. Here we go. Let me stop. Yeah, he was, Chris, because he thought that the interviewer was about to go at him. Here we go. Let me let it play.
And speaking about the school, right? Like, how do you deal with all the criticism and everything? I think that what I've learned in my short life is that Black people don't understand the process of getting things accomplished.
Yeah, Black people don't understand. They make it seem as if we are ignorant. Can you believe? Yeah, I know. Is that you're absolutely right about this. I don't know who the interview guest is, but really he's trying to make it seem like something's wrong with black people, even though it's black people that sent Umar all this money, millions of dollars. Anyway, let's go.
If I put out a goal, it needs to be done within, I guess, a week. And if it's not done within a week, I'm a failure, I'm a liar.
See him start snarling? No, sir. Umar said he was going to open in 2013. Don't say it's a week. This has been going on for 14 years. Come on now, stop it. Umar starts snarling. That's all I need to know.
Then I guess a week. And if it's not done within a week, I'm a failure.
Well, let me stop.
And a scammer. Scammer. But they also don't give you room for failure.
No, they don't. No, they
I
don't.
think that's one of our biggest setbacks as black people. And obviously you're experiencing it, right? So how do you deal with all the criticism and everything that goes on with your...
Good question. Good question.
See him blinking? See him?
Couple points on the FDMG.
See him? He started lying. He started sniffing and blinking. I told y'all he started starting. That nose started. No, it's true though. I'm not making this up. I've studied this guy. I literally have studied this guy. Okay, I've done extensive research on this guy, and I told y'all in advance that he's gonna start sniffing and blinking. He start snarling. He starts snarling first down. He starts sniffing and blinking. He ain't. Let me stop. He ain't sniffing yet, but he anyway.
Goes on with your...
Good question. Good question.
No, well, that's a sniff right there. Start blinking.
Couple points on the FDMG and the criticism we've got. We took our first donation for FDMG, good brother, April the 14th, 2014.
2014, but see, he doesn't clarify. This is specifically for the St. Paul school scam, okay? He's had other scams that he ran before that collected money.
St. Louis. So this April the 14th will be the 9-year anniversary of the fundraiser, right? And the school should be.
Okay, and this is last year. He's talking last year, so it's been 10 years since he started the fundraiser for the St. Paul school scam, okay, which inevitably turned into the Wilmington school scam. He just kept it going. Now it's 10 years and counting.
And the school should be done by next month, God willing.
See? So when people said the renovations were going, he said the school was going to be done by next month. This was February of 2023. So don't tell me that it's just, they want this done in a week. No, Umar's been given dates. You see what I'm saying? And he always throwing a little qualifier. If God willing, that's his escape because he know it ain't going to happen. He's just a liar. He's a habitual liar. He's a habitual pathological. Pathological. He's a pathological liar. He didn't have to say that. Why lie about it, Craig? You ain't got to lie. We say you only had a lot of cricket. Kick it back in the day with your cricket phone. You ain't got a lot to kick it. But he lies. But see, he's a habitual liar. He lies to spin narratives. He lies to make things appear to be something that it's not. And he does it all the time. This guy, he lies so much, it's incredible. I don't know if it's both. I got to go look it back up, Bobby. I looked it up before. I just can't remember real quick. You know what I'm saying? You get old like me. You can't remember stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you see how he slid that in there? What?
Anniversary of the fundraiser, right? And the school should be done by next month, God willing.
The school should be done by next month. That would have been March of 2023. And here we are now in June of 2024.
So when April the 14th comes, so it took us 9 years, basically. It took us just shy of 9 years to get this school done.
He's talking like the school is done now. But no, Umar, it didn't take you 9 years. Listen, this goes back to 2010. You said the school was going to open September 11, 2013. This guy lies so much, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The biggest irony of the criticism,
Here we
and
go.
I do want to keep the criticism in its context, because most of our people support the dream. They support the vision. If they didn't, we don't get that school. That campus down in Wilmington, Delaware, is the first school in American history built exclusively by the African diaspora. Never been done before, not even in Garvey's time, not to that extent. The donations came from Africa, Jamaica, the Caribbean, South America. There's no country, and I got to double check, definitely no continent, but there's probably no country that we didn't get a donation from. That speaks to how much Black people are willing to support something that they believe in.
Yeah, but you see, it's nothing more than a scam. It also illustrates how the internet can be used in order to get millions of dollars out of Black people for nothing. There's still no school. He's talking like as if the campus is complete. Children are enrolled and their faculty and staff, etc. None of that exists, but he's talking as if it exists. See, this is not something to be proud about as Black people. If anything, we need to really check ourselves and say, well, where's the critical thinking? Did we vet this guy? Did we do our due diligence? Look at Jay Morrison and what he's done. Look at Polite. Look at a Nature Boy. There's so many, there's a plethora of people that they've used the internet in order to scam people. So just because you've scammed all over the world, that's not a reflective of goodness and wholeness. No, that's stank. That's what that is. That means that you are willing to target any and everyone as long as they quote unquote Black, and you will get that money and get that money and get that. Let me stop. Why? Okay, I shouldn't be playing around. And get that money, and you keep running with the scam, and it's been going on for 14 years. Okay, I'm gonna get to these super chats. Hold on one second. Let me just play the rest of it.
So getting back to the detraction, you know what the most interesting thing about the detraction is? How can you criticize the building of an institution when you never built an institution?
First institution is a family institution, Umar. You don't know nothing about that. Okay, an institution is male-female relationships. That's an institution too. You don't know nothing about that either. See, the truth is that you can use that excuse. You can say, well, you haven't done it, but there's people who have done it and they've criticized you too. There's people who have done it, and in particular, Lord Jamar's father-in-law was willing to help Umar to get this project, and Umar went crazy. Y'all remember that hit the one? Umar went crazy. So there's people who have done it, who have offered criticism. But see, just because someone hasn't done something doesn't mean that they can't recognize that it's a scam. And the truth is, Umar, you haven't done it. 14 years and counting, and you haven't done it. You've never been an educator. You've never been a teacher. When and where? You claim to be a school psychologist, but you're not a school psychologist. You have to actually have a school to be a school psychologist. They hire you as school psychologists. What school district? When and where, Umar? And I'm not talking about compare charter school. I'm talking about you claim to be a school psychologist. Where and when? Where? When? Right now? No. Stop. You said that you're first you said you was a vice principal, then you said you was a principal. It always just escalates. Then you're going to say you Jesus. You said that too one time. You said you're the Black Christ. But the point is that when and where were you a vice principal? When and where were you a principal? We need the dates. We need the school district. We need the school name. We need to see the photos. We need to go and get that yearbook and find all that because it should all be online. I have yet to find all the research that I've looked into dealing with Umar. I've yet to find any evidence whatsoever that he ever functioned as a school principal or a school vice principal. And maybe he has, but I have yet to find it. The point is that just because you say that you are doing these things doesn't mean that you're doing these things. And Tom has already told the truth that you haven't done what you said you were going to do, which is to open up a school. So what sense does it make for someone who's collected millions of dollars, tricked off the vast majority of it, and then to be upset with people who criticize him for not opening up a school? And the logic is because they didn't open up the school, they shouldn't criticize. Well, guess what? You ain't opened up a school either, Craig. Huh? Where's your school at? I'm not talking about these trap banners up there. See? Anyway, get my blood pressure. Here we go.
How do you criticize a man bringing forth something never before done in this country?
Okay, it hasn't been done. You haven't done it. You're not going to do it. It's a scam.
When we as a people don't have a history in America, a recent history of building our own institutions. I heard people say things like, the school should have been done after 2 years. Based on what? Have you ever built a school?
Okay, Umar, you collected millions of dollars. There's people who have started a school on much less than that. And it's been 14 years. See, I got all the receipts. 14 years.
Have you ever ran a school? No. So how?
Umar, you ain't never ran no school either. You ain't got no school, got these abandoned buildings and kicking spots.
How do you know how long it takes to run a school? I had another Negro say, remember we was going through the HVAC situation?
Here we
now,
go.
The HVAC unit is a $50,000 unit. You're not going to get it cheaper. You know what they were saying on YouTube? I talked to my cousin. He's an HVAC tech. He said he could get an HVAC for $5,000. Show me a damn HVAC
Okay, well, listen, this is what you do, Umar. If you spend 50,000, where's the ledger? Why don't you show the paperwork on that? He doesn't do that. There's no transparency. So you can say $50,000, you can say $100,000. I'm not going to believe you either way. You can say it was $5. I'm still not going to believe you because you're a habitual liar. That's what you do. So I'm not going to believe anything that this guy says, but let's say that it was $50,000. Show us the books. See, he doesn't want to do that because that's where the scam lies. He's collected millions of dollars. He's may have spent, I don't know, but I would estimate he's $40,000 on the buildings. If he spent $50,000 on the HVAC, that's probably the most expensive thing he spent money on outside the school. That's just for one HVAC. The other side of the street, it has three of those same types. There's $150,000 and three smaller ones over there. It's about $250,000, $260,000 worth of HVAC units that need to go up on the other side of the street. We ain't gonna get into that right now. But that HVAC, $50,000. He also said that he spent $25,000 on some blueprints for the buildings, and that's why that was what was holding up the renovations. There's always something. It's always something. So you figure that Umar's probably spent, based on what, and he spent some money on taxes that it's other people's money that he shouldn't have paid if he had his paperwork in order, but he didn't have his paperwork in order. I would estimate that Umar has probably spent in and around $650,000, $700,000, somewhere around there. But he had collected in 4 years, he had collected $1 million, and this has been going on since the St. Paul school scam has been going on for 10 years. 6 more years of collecting donations. Where all that money gone? See, anyway, here we go.
On a school for 5. I mean, literally, people speaking.
Yeah, well, listen, Big Philly, we can do the math based on what Umar has said. He actually never admitted and never shared any paperwork. Ain't no telling. I was the one that did the research to find a purchase price, but there's no way of telling. It could have been much less than that. It could have been more than that. Okay, it could have been donated to him. We have no idea. The point is that he has not provided. There's no transparency. He hasn't provided any paperwork to show his donors, like, this is what I've done with the money. There's no ledger. This is how much I spent today. This is how much I spent this week. This is how much I spent this month. This is how much I spent this year. This first quarter, second quarter. You know what I'm saying? This is how much I spent over the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then going all the way to 10 years since the St. Paul school scam in 2014. See, there's no board of directors, so there's no oversight. He can do whatever he wants to. That's why he's tricked off all the money. And I know this for a fact because he's gotten eviction notices. See, if you're not taking care of that basic stuff to where you're living at, then you best believe you ain't got the money. You ain't got the money. But 650. Let's look at this. $400,000 of purchase price. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on one second. Yeah, y'all still see me over here? Let me know if you can still see me. Purchase price was $400,000. Based on what I found, my research, Umar has never provided any paperwork. Could be more than that, could be less than that. He claims he purchased an HVAC unit, and that's just for $50,000. He also spent $25,000 allegedly on what was it? That was on the blueprints. Okay, $25,000. That gets up to $475,000. He did spend, I thought, if memory serves me right, $16,000 to get some of the electricity done. Okay, that's $490,000. Let's just bump that up to $500,000 right there. Taxes. See, I would have to go back and do the math, but if memories, my best estimate right now, my best estimate would be that he's put down. Last time I checked, it had to have been somewhere in around $80,000 over the course of a couple of years. Okay, and again, that's money that he should not, that you Umar Johnson followers should not have had, and he still got more to be paid though too. It's not 80,000; it's less than that. 80,000 because he had, last time I checked, he still had owed like $116,000 in back taxes because he didn't have his tax exempt status. That's why, boy. That's why if you guys do your research and you go look into Umar Johnson and you go look at tax liens, you go look at the year where he had in and around the years where he had the most amount of tax liens. That's because he didn't have tax exempt status. And so even though he's collecting that money for FDMG, it's not like he has an organization for that money to be applied to, so it's being applied to him. I'm talking about before he even purchased these trap bandos. Going back to when he had to GoFundMe, all y'all go and do the research and go look at the years where he was really raking in the amount of money. That ended up becoming personal tax because he didn't have his paperwork in order to have a nonprofit. Now he had it, and then he tricked it off because he wasn't filing the proper paperwork with the IRS, and so they shut that down. And so by the time he gets to 2019 and purchases these abandoned properties, taxes begin to accrue, separate from the other stuff, but from what he's on the hook for. Y'all go and go do the research. And so once in 2019, all the money that he's collecting at that time, and even in advance of that, just in advance of that, that's all being taxed. He doesn't have tax exempt status. And guess who's paying that? You Umar Johnson followers. It's just wasted money. He had owed over $100,000 the last time I checked. I would guess that he probably spent about $60,000. I would have to go back and still owes about 116. But I'm going to give him benefit. I'm going to say 80,000. That gets him up to 580,000 right there. And then you figure he's buying different things here and there. He had people come and do some roof work. I don't know if he paid them for it. He's had people come and for the block party. I'm sure he had to spend money for that. That's coming out of the money for the school. So 650,000, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit more than that. It could be a little bit less than that. But let's say 700,000. We'll put it right there. Okay. Yeah, he had raised over $1 million by 2018, October 2018. And I can show you all that. I can show you the receipts on that. Where'd the rest of the money go? Six more years of collecting money. Where'd the rest of the money go? Can anyone give me an idea of where, listen, it would be what probably about, it would have to be close to $2 million. No, excuse me, 650,000. He should have had, yeah, it would have to be somewhere. There's about $1.6 million unaccounted for, somewhere around there. Where'd the rest of this money go? That's a lot of money. Listen, that's not a lot of money when you tricking off money, when you rental cars, living in hotel, motels, eating out all the time. He has lifestyle, self-destructive lifestyle habits. He likes to eat a lot. This goes on and on. You spread this out over the course of 10 years? No. Not to mention the women, some of the women that he's dealt with, after he done dealt with them, if y'all catch my drift, he'll send them a PayPal. I got the receipts on that too. Just tricking off money. Listen, $1.6 million over 10 years. Was that $160,000? You don't think he can't run through $160,000 in a year? Just trick it off? Come on now. All right. It's just a waste. It's other people's money too. That's the sad part. It's other people's money. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just finish this. Let me finish this, and then we're gonna I'll get to these super chats, and then we're gonna get into the paint day. Okay, hope you all enjoying the show. Thank y'all so much for tuning on. Yeah. And that's expensive too, Dominique. Eating out all the time. That's why we don't ever do it. It's expensive.
Gibberish, bro. People speaking gibberish. Oh, he bought some bando traps. Some schools wasn't worth the money.
Yeah. He been watching us, Cook Crush Chat. There you go. He been watching. He bought some bando traps. You did.
Do you know that campus was renovated from the ground? They took old buildings, consolidated them.
Okay, now let's be clear about this. Umar, you need to stop. Stop, man. They weren't renovated from the ground. That's not what happened. These buildings, prior to the J. Moyer Academy, these buildings were part of a facility. It was a chemical production plant. That's why if you guys go look at the paperwork these days, it's zoned as light industrial. You're gonna put a school right now. That's what it's. See, now when Moyer Academy was there, it's different. They probably filed the proper filed the proper paperwork, and that's expensive in itself to get the zoning changed. But then the school sat, and so then it reverted back to light industrial. That's why when the EPA went back up there, they told the city they suggested it's a government agency, the Environmental Protection Agency. When they went up there and they checked out this area, it used to be an industrial town. All up over there, they classified different brownfield sites. These are toxic sites. It could be toxicities in the building itself. It could be in the soil. It could be in the water. It could be, asbestos. It could be all these different types of things. They went up in there. There was areas where they said the only thing that we can do on this land, we can't repurpose it for humans to live on. The only thing we can do, because of the toxicity levels were so high, was the only thing we can do is pave over it, and you can use it as a parking lot. That's what the environment. They come and they look at how bad it is. Well, guess what? They had brownfield sites, but then they also had brownfield catalyst sites, and those are the worst. And guess what buildings were defined as brownfield catalyst sites? These trap bandos up there in Wilmington, Delaware, and that's exactly what they are. They're trap bandos. And what the EPA recommended to the city of Wilmington was to demolish those buildings and then repurpose those buildings and turn it into a sporting facility, sport complex for the Boys and Girls Club, which is right next door. Umar comes in and snags it up. He's holding on to these trap bandos for the last 5 years. Now, let's get the facts. Because I had started working on the Shockumentary Part 2 a year and a half ago, or what it was, or 2 years ago, and I had done all of the research dealing with that whole area in Wilmington. It was an industrial town, a lot of mining and stuff like that, factories, and a lot of pollutants. Okay, matter of fact, there's a stone quarry right behind these trap bandos, and what they ended up doing was filling it in with water, which you're not supposed to do. There's a child that drowned in there years ago, and what they ended up doing was erecting a fence because they didn't want children getting up over there and drowning. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. Okay. Go on Google Maps, go look at these trap bandos, and you see the Quarry Lake right there. Understand that these were basically chemical industrial plants, and that's why FDMG, these buildings, these trap bandos, there's no basement level. There's no basement, and the reason why is because in place of basements, they had their storage tanks for all these toxic chemicals. They put them underground. So when Umar says that they renovated from the ground up, that's not what they did. They basically repurposed these buildings, and yes, they did combine them to the structurally to how they look now. But these were not schools initially. That's why it was zoned as light industrial. These were chemical manufacturing plants. Go look it up. Gonna try to tell me. I know more about the history of this area than Umar do. Look at him. Let me stop. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, he bought some bando traps. Some schools wasn't worth the money. Do you know that campus was renovated from the ground? They took old buildings, consolidated them, and rebuilt. $13 million.
Now, $13 million, they spent $13 million over a decade ago, almost 15 years ago. $13 million, that's what he said. Why would they sell those buildings for $400,000 to Umar? You mean to tell me, even with inflation going into 2009, that buildings that were renovated, they spent, quote unquote, renovated, because that's not even really what happened. But let's go with Umar's narrative, that they had valued them at $13 million. They gonna sell them to Umar for $400,000? That's not a good look. That's not a good investment. You mean to tell me listen, that's like y'all buying a home. You're gonna buy a home, they're gonna sell it to you for $200,000. But the home was worth $1.5 million 3 months ago. And that should tell you something right there. That's a red flag, right? Anyway. The math ain't mathing. But what I'm saying is, if they sold it to him for $400,000, Umar want to act like he got a good deal. No, what that means is that the depreciation of that property was such that they was willing to let that trash go for 400K. If the value was that high and they let them go for $400,000, sir, how much damage was done? EPA said to tear them down. How much renovation, how many millions of dollars of renovation work is going to need to go into it? It is millions. Got me spinning. Remember that song? Anyway, let this play. We're going to get the super chats. We're going to get to the video for today. Here we go.
2009. That means the school is 14. They took old buildings, consolidated them, and rebuilt. $13 million, 2009. That means the school is 14 years old, $13 million property.
So it lost $12.6 million in value over the course of 10 years. Is that what you're saying? Does that make sense? Someone hit the one if I got that right.
That means the school is 14 years old, $13 million property. We paid less than 1/8 of that to acquire it.
This guy, look at this guy. He has no clue. No clue. None. Look at him.
But all right, just clarify for the people. So the building is there. The building is owned.
Of course it's on.
The building is there.
See him snarling, sniffing?
What is the next process moving forward to get things going?
The next process, well, as I was saying, renovations
Here we
should
go.
be done by the end of this month.
This is February of 2023, people. You're right about that, especially Nintendo. The original Nintendo, them final bosses being sitting in chairs and shit. That's people. I can't tell you how many games I play where they just be sitting in the chair. That was a good one. Okay, thanks, Tata, for the super chat. Here we go. I mean, I really could, but the opportunity calls. I spent so much time on that. I have all the research done. Trust me, I had all the research. It's all intact, like the HVAC unit. Here we go.
Then we have to get our certificate of occupancy from the city. I've already set the first date of school, September 3rd, 2024.
Ah, there it is. So we should this school should be opening then in 3 months. Okay, it's not going to happen because he does this every single time. Every single time. All right. Sir, with that mega mind, do tricks on it. Oh my God. What is what is going on here? Is that P. Diddy? Why does he have on a pink shirt? I don't know what's going on. That's got to be Photoshop, y'all. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. Okay. Well, I'm trying to be serious. Let's focus here. Thank you for the super chat. You out of pocket on that one. Like I said, all that lost equity sounds like a Jay Morrison deal. It sure does. It really does. See, I said this a long time ago, little stuff. Umar actually got played on this, on the deal. He got played on this. Okay, K-12, they was just trying to get rid of this trap, these abandoned buildings, because it was a tax liability. It's not even just a tax liability. It's blighted. They classified the buildings as being blighted, the EPA. They're also hazardous. You know, what happens if a child, they go up in there and one of the boards falls off and they climb inside and it's all dark and they trip on something and you know, concussion, or they trip worse, who knows? Okay, well, now there's a lawsuit situation that takes place. So Umar actually, he got played. He got scammed. See? And see, what's crazy about it is he talks about it as if this was the greatest deal and he made the best decision. No, absolutely not. Because see, he could have used that money to purchase a small storefront and run a school out of there to start and use that as a foundation to expand. You know, they call it proof of concept, but not Umar. See, another thing too, a little stuck, and we've talked about this in the past, is that Umar had to get something. He was under a lot of pressure, especially from GoFundMe and PayPal too, by the way. You guys didn't, he used to collect from PayPal a lot. He actually had quite a few PayPal accounts they used to promote, and they used to get shut down because of fraud. They used to freeze this stuff, and then they would, you know, it was a whole big mess back then. But GoFundMe in particular, he had raised over $400,000 on GoFundMe. And at a certain point, people started asking for refunds, and they were giving out refunds because they've been going on for such a long time. So Umar had to get whatever he could, and this is what he got. He got. Literally, he got. All right. Thanks for super chat. Okay, I'm gonna get to all the other super chats too. Y'all just, if y'all don't, if y'all can just hold on just a minute. Okay, here we go.
So next year we get started, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade, and then we're going to go up and down a grade every year. So year 1 is 2, 3, 4. Year 2 is 1.
If you guys going to look at the Jay Morrison, this was how they started too. They had the same type of a plan. Umar got that from them. Okay, where they would start with 2 grades and they would expand outward from that. Okay, he got that verbatim from them.
Through 5. Year 3 is K through 6. Year 4 is pre-K through 7. Year 5 is daycare through 8th. That gives us enough time to go across the street and get the Honorable Frederick Douglass High School done. That's 3 times the size of the elementary school. But now that I have the wisdom of going through the process of rehabbing the small school, I know what to do.
Look at this guy. People look at him. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Boy, look at him.
And what not to do for the high school. Moreover, once our people see the education that our boys are getting at that small school, they're going to want their child to come to FDMG, and they're going to say, I want my son in your school. And I'm going to say, we don't have no room. See that school over there? Your child's classroom is over there. We got to get that done. The point that I'm making is once they see what we're
and they got to get more money in order to get that one done, right?
doing, I think getting the high school done is going to be much quicker than getting the elementary school done. So again, the only thing we're waiting on right now, the last repair, plumbing is done, inspected, approved. Electric is done, inspected, approved. Security, fire, sprinklers, everything done, inspected, and approved. The only thing.
He said electric? No, there's exposed wires all over the place. What is the last thing though he says?
That held us up. There are batteries inside of the VAV unit. So in a commercial building, every room has a unit of intake and outtake, right? Heat, air. Our units are good, but the batteries, by sitting there, because the school sat for about 5 years before we got it, the batteries leaked, and they leaked onto the sensors. So the sensors are supposed to arrive next week. Once they put the sensors in, it looks like we're done. Get an inspection. Then I got to contact the city, say all the units is good, electric, HVAC, plumbing, fire, what next?
What's up? There's another OG right here. What's up, last call? It's always next week. It's always on Monday. He always do that. He just be making up stuff on the fly. Look at him. Look at this guy. This guy. He's a habitual liar. He's a pathological liar. That's the right one. He's a pathological one. He said next week. He said the same thing about the light. He said we're gonna get those turned on Monday. I got to go down to electric. That was in February 2009. It took him a couple of years before he finally got some electricity turned on. But he just be coming up with stuff and just coming up with all kind of lies. None of it's true. Anyway, okay. Now I wanted to play this, and I'll just play it real quickly, just to give you guys an idea. That video that we just watched, that was from February 2nd of 2023. Now we're going to watch a video, and this is the last time there was an inside tour of the building. This is from December of 2023. Okay. That one was February of 2023, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. This is 10 months later. Umar said that the next week it was going to be done, right? Well, yeah, next week, next month, whatever he said. Okay, here's 10 months later. Let's see if everything is complete like Umar Johnson said. Here we go. Let me know if y'all hear the audio on this.
It's 4 times the size of this here. They both one level. That high school you see over there.
Okay, can y'all hear that? Click or chat, let me know. All right. Now, he says he's talking about the high school. This is the larger building. If you go on to Google Maps, this is the larger building. He claims that this is 2 buildings, but as you can see, it's all connected. It's one building. This is the high school. It looks worse on the outside than it did when he purchased these buildings. It looks way worse, in fact. Okay, he never painted on this side of the street, didn't even try. Look at how horrible the paint is up here, mold growing on the walls, mold growing on the steps all over the place, on the sidewalk, all over the place. Umar hasn't shown the inside of this building in over 4.5 years. 4.5 years. And who knows? And he said it earlier on in 2019 that the damage over there and the amount of work over there is it was extensive, way more than on the other side of the street. Well, if that's the case, here we are 5 years later since he acquired these abandoned buildings, and on the small side, he ain't even close to being done. How long is it going to take for that other side of the street? What, a decade? He has no intention of opening up a school. Here we go.
It's 4 times the size of this here. They both one level. They both one level. But that is 4 times the size. We got 4 bathrooms in here. We might got 16 over there. Wow. Go ahead and step on in, y'all.
Does this look like? And see, right here, Umar recognized, oh man, I messed up because these people up in here, they in here renovating, playing Monica. I don't want them just because they don't see who the people are. Because we all blackity black. We only do the black contract. We keeping it in the family. Yeah. The building ain't open because of the batteries, okay? It's the batteries' fault. He always just blaming something. This guy will blame the batteries and the AV units or whatever he called it. I don't know what he was talking about. He was talking about something. Yeah, that's what we used to call it. This just janky. Let me stop clowning around. Okay, but see how Umar looking? He's like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot they up in here. Okay. Now, again, this is 10 months later. And this Umar said that the school was going to be done and all that stuff in that interview we just watched. Here's 10 months later. Let's see.
Hey guys. All right, how you doing?
That look done to you? I mean, he has main office scribbled above the wall. This look like it's ready to go 10 months later. Ceiling tile still missing.
So this is the all.
Exposed wires up there. You see up there at the top?
Office here, and we got 3 small spots in there.
They're in there playing Brandy. I want to be down. Okay, who want to be down? Exactly.
Go ahead and click that light on.
That's the main office right there. He got a big old trash can just sitting there. He got cones. Why do you have street cones inside? He done took them off the street. He just took it. He said, I might be able to use those one day. Okay, because we working.
Now, one of them would have been nice for the studio too, but
you hear what he said? For the studio. He's talking about a music studio. They were going to turn this. He was talking about considering turning the main office into a music studio. Y'all think he's going to open up a school? You need to cut it out. I mean, we got to deal with the reality of the situation. We have to stop with the delusions and stop with the lies and deal with the reality of the situation. This guy said that this should have been done 10 months prior to this. And this look at what it looks like.
that's the main office. It's nice. Unless I make one of the classrooms the main office. But I think I keep.
Look at that. I mean, you can see through the roof right there. Look at that.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
But you said any one of them could do it, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This looks like renovations are complete. Wires falling off the ceiling. There's no way that this passes an inspection, y'all. No way. It's a fire hazard.
I'll keep that
And
in
it
mind.
fits more with the aesthetic over there too. You got that whole like, you got the back.
But look like renovations are done. Look. This is not black excellence. People have to understand that this is a long con. And it's all out there. Sometimes I'll be feeling like, well, what's the point if y'all don't get it by now? But there's new people, so hopefully y'all figure it out.
Basketball court.
Okay.
This is more made on.
It says water heater. This is the water heater room. And look who's up in there. He's talking about, we know we only going to do with the blackity black and the black power this and white people are racist and the prison industrial complex and the school to prison pipeline and the white supremacy and all this stuff. But when it comes down to it, this is y'all's money to you, Umar Johnson supporters. It's not staying in the community. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's trash. And there's trash all over the place. It's always trash all over the place. It's been going on for a year. That's the thing. As a man, there's no way that I would even allow that. I wouldn't allow it. Okay, I'm the kind of person, if I go into someone's house and the dishes ain't watered, I'll start watering their dishes. No, you don't. No, let me go and knock these out right quick. That's how I am. I start picking up trash. I start sweeping. Anyway, but see, Umar, none of this registers to Umar because he lives like that. Okay, and I'll prove it to y'all right now. Hold on one second. I wanted to pull this up earlier today, but I couldn't find it. I probably ain't gonna find it now, to be honest with you. Hold on. Here we go.
Strong alpha male, send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FD.
See this? Do y'all see this? He was living with his mama too at this time.
MG.
See, that's why it doesn't register to Umar. And the idea that someone like this is going to open up a school and take care of children, it's crazy. That's like child abuse. Yeah, it's hoarder type of thing. It's a hoarder type of thing. Yeah.
Resumes at resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com is what we're looking for.
You're trying to take the camera off, but he's just making it worse.
My thing is y'all need to. What happened? I'm in the process of relocating.
And then he goes right back to lying. He goes right back. He always, because he is a pathological liar. He just starts lying right away.
To Wilmington, Delaware. So the apartment is a mess right now. Y'all don't need to.
Okay, he never moved to Wilmington, Delaware.
See all that. I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
Boy.
I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
See him start sniffing and blinking. Oh, it's like I told y'all. Yeah, he got the little setup in the corner. I told y'all he did that at the other spot too. They got evicted out of. I told y'all that earlier today. And he does the same thing now when he's inside his mama closet. That's the same dynamic. He's a little corner, and he ain't got the space to put the little African artifacts and all that stuff. So he just draped a little thing back behind him.
I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
Damn, man, that's sad.
At gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG.
I just could not. There's no way. I would start cleaning right away. I wouldn't even think about it. I would just, that's how I am. I would start cleaning.
Resumes at
It's just trash on top of trash. And then a little walkway down through the middle of it.
Mail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is y'all need to. What happened? I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware, so the apartment is a mess right now. Y'all don't need to see all that. I'm in the process of relocating to Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah. 5 years later, he still ain't relocated. That's just a lie. He came up on the spot. He was screaming. Yeah, he was screaming. No. Listen, he was asking for resume. Listen, even before he started in 2014 with the St. Paul school scam, he was asking for resumes for other stuff. I wish I could find that receipt. He was suggesting it wasn't an after school program. That was a summer camp for children, black boys. I think it was specifically black boys. And he was asking black men for resumes. Anybody remember that? Hit the one. Okay, this is before he started the crowdfunding campaign for the St. Paul school scam in 2014. He was talking about how they were going to have a summer camp type of situation. I can't remember what he called it exactly. But he was screening he wanted black men to send in resumes to participate in that. Okay, yeah. Well, there's people who remember. This is a long time ago though, so you guys been around a long time. Yeah. I know you've been around a way. Yeah, Swagonito. Yeah. So most people won't remember that. I'm sure I showed it the receipt a long time ago, but I just don't know where I would find it. I mean, I could. It would probably take me a while, but I don't know what I would have classified that as because I have the classification system. He was collecting resumes for that, but not just that. He was collecting resumes for once he started the St. Paul school scam. Okay, so that goes back 10 years of collecting resumes. He also collected wifey resumes. You guys remember that one? Hit the 2 if you guys remember that. He was collecting wifey resumes for a long time. I haven't heard him say that or talk about that in a long time. But he was talking about, the wife, you need to send a picture, you need to send information about you, contact information, and he was going to review these applicants to find out who's going to be his next queen. So this whole resume thing, I can't remember how many he said, 5,000 or 10,000, whatever he said. I said, man, if you don't stop. Can you imagine someone who had, anyway, it's just ridiculous. All of it's ridiculous. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, let me do this. Let me do the super chats. Okay, and then we're going to get to the paint day video. I know it's already an hour. I told y'all earlier, that first hour, this be free all over the place. Hope y'all having a good time. You having a good time, put something in the chat. I don't know. Hit the like button if you like, all right? Lewis Duck says, the mask on the wall's mouth is open. Yeah, we got to run that back now. We goofing off too much, but that's okay. We're going to have a good time tonight. Here we go.
Strong alpha males.
He got some nerve to talk about strong alpha males living in filth. That's not alpha male behavior. It's not.
Send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com is what we're looking for. My thing is y'all need to. What happened? I'm in the process.
You talk about that one. You talking about that one over there in that corner right there. It's true. It's in shock. That mouth wide open, like, oh my God. How did you catch that, Lewis Luck? That's classic. I never I never noticed that. That poor mask done seen so much. They done seen rats, the roaches, raccoons, everything. And the mask was like, don't throw that Twinkie wrap on the ground, family. What Umar do? He throw it on the ground. He said, oh, don't leave that plate right there, family. That plate of food right there. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one, Lewis. Look, I never caught that. All right, let me stop goofing off. Been rocking with this channel since 2018. I can't believe it. I know. I take my breaks too. I got to. There's no way I can't keep up. I don't be following like I used to, but every once in a while we'll get it in. But it's true. It's still going on. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to 2010 with this guy. Yeah, salute to you too. Say that, Jay. I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Okay. Let me get to all these super chats, the ones that I've missed, and then we're going to get going with the Paint Day festivities, okay? Let's see here. Sal says, Umar constantly says white people don't have spirits and that they are spiritless. How does Umar have a damn spirit stealing from his own people? Yeah. I think with Umar, he does. I said this earlier today. I don't think he sees human beings as human beings. He sees human beings as resource. It's like narcissistic personality disorder. He doesn't see any human value. So it's not just with white people, because he said, I remember one time he said that all white people were racist. And I've also heard him say, I've never said all of them. No, he needs to be contradicting himself. But the truth is that he talks more mess about black people than he ever has about white people. But that's because he doesn't see human value. He doesn't see human beings as being deserving of respect, you see. So that's how he can talk badly about everybody, but then he can do all this dirt and he feels no shame. He feels no remorse whatsoever. And there are people who are like that, where they can harm other people and they don't feel any kind of way one way or the other. Okay, there's a term. We ain't gonna get all of that, but there's a term for that type of a personality where they don't care. You know, they can hurt someone and they know that they've hurt that person, but they don't feel anything, no empathy, no compassion whatsoever. And that's Umar. So that's how he can be stealing from Black people. And he has been doing it now with different projects for over 14 years, specifically dealing with the St. Paul school scam, moving into the Wilmington school scam. It's been a decade and he doesn't care. I don't even think it registers at this point. In fact, the narcissism, he feels entitled to all of the money that comes his way. You know, he doesn't work a job. He doesn't have to pay for his own food, doesn't have to pay for his own vehicle. You know, he just rents cars. He doesn't have to pay for clothes. He doesn't have to pay for anything. For his phone, someone sent him that phone. I remember they sent him that phone. The shoes. I remember people sending him shoes. You know, and the thing is that he's been doing this for such a long time and he's so used to it. He has no sense that maybe I need to actually step up as a man and do something different and take care of myself. No. See, one of the reasons why he's still attached to his mother is because he's a mama's boy. And that's a problem too. He's dependent on his mother and her ability to get them housing. There's so much more I could say on that, because if you look at the more recent eviction notice, you will see who's actually put in the paperwork. It's not a regular old person. Let me leave it at that. Boy, I tell you, it's just a mess. But Umar doesn't care. He don't care. He don't care, and he definitely don't care about Black people. That's why he can continue to do what he's doing, Sal, and he has no remorse whatsoever. None. Thanks for super chat. Details all says blinking equals getting ready to. Yeah. We covered that earlier. He does it every single time. We know Umar. He does that. He starts blinking. He starts sniffing. He starts snarling. Start twiddling his nose. He's about to go. He's very uncomfortable. He's gonna start lying, and he does it every single time. Thanks for super chat. Lewis says the truth is people are putting hopes into a homeless, jobless, drug addicted, deadbeat dad. This guy is a male, not a man. I agree that there's nothing. I have a sense that for some people, not all of us, I'm talking about Black people, for some of us, the idea of a Umar is acceptable because it allows us to be mediocre ourselves. So he can, what is it, son? Oh, okay. He can live a sexually promiscuous lifestyle. And there are people who see that and they're perfectly okay with that. Men and women, for that matter. They're perfectly okay with that. So part of it, I think, is that the standard has been set so low that someone like Umar can come around. And if he says the right things and manipulate people in the I don't know if I should say it that way, the right ways, emotionally speaking, that he can run game on them and simply collect money indefinitely. That's what he's been doing. And then he doesn't have to worry about having a job or a legitimate business. He doesn't have to worry about establishing himself in a home or in his own apartment. You know, what he does is he makes sure that he has room and board when he has these speaking engagements. And then when he doesn't have those speaking engagements, well, he's right back into his mama's closet. And it's that simple. It's sad, but it's simple. So yeah, there's nothing about him that speaks to a man who's handling his business as a man. He's like a juvenile. He's like a juvenile delinquent, but he happens to be almost 50 years old. And see, you Umar Johnson followers, you enable him to continue to live this way by supporting him in the ways that you have. I mean, if people sent you all free money and sent you millions of dollars over the course of a decade, and you don't have to really do anything, I mean, now if you're a man, you're going to say, I'm going to have to do something, right? But not Umar, because he doesn't think that way. It's about what he can get. That's why he always saying, I need. He says, I need exponentially more than when he says, I'm going to give. In fact, I've never heard him say that. I'm going to give this to you. Never. Thanks, Lil Suck, for the super chat. We got a new member, BSB Food Inc. How's it going, sis? I hope you've been doing all right. Thanks for becoming a new member. Sigmund says, I saw returns for 2019, 20, and 2020, I believe. He doesn't report contributions or expenditures. Both are zero. You can't even write it off if you donate. Yeah, but that's part of the scam too. The reason why Umar was telling people that you can write it off was to encourage people to donate. But you can't write off donations to a organization that doesn't report that they received, that didn't report that they received any donations. In other words, if they say I didn't receive any donations, how are you going to write it off, even though you sent them some money? You see what I'm saying? But that's just another scam on Umar's part, and he knew that. See, he knew that. And see, and this happened where what he does is that when that EIN number that's associated with those returns, when that EIN number is revoked, what does he do? He just sets up another one and he continues. He starts all over again. And he'll let this go. And then after 3 or 4 years, when they revoke that EIN number, he'll be putting 0 on the paperwork, or he don't even file, then he'll set up another one. That's what he's been doing. That's what you call a scammer. Okay. These poor people, they think, oh yeah, I'm gonna donate because he says that I can write this off. No, you can't write nothing off. Umar, there's no transparency. There's nothing. There's no board of directors. There's no faculty. There's no staff. There's no accountant. None of that. See, and the truth is, and Sigmund, we've talked about this, that at some point, all this is going to catch up to Umar, if it hasn't already. Okay, but I'm talking about where it really hits the fan, and he's going to answer to the IRS and the government, where they say, wait a minute, you've been collecting this money, but you haven't been filing the proper paperwork, and you ain't been taking care of the taxes either. We're going to have to shut this down, and you're going to have to owe a certain amount of money. Who knows how much money that's going to be? Hundreds of thousands of dollars by that time. And again, this is all other people's money. Umar Johnson files, you'll send him some more money, and then he'll be he have to spend it on stuff because he wasn't handling business in the first place. It's just been such a waste. Thank you, Sigmund, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Says seriously, Umar has lied so long that people really think he's a doctor. Umar is a pathological liar. Yeah. See, a doctor has to have a practice, and they have to be certified. Umar's none of that. He's admitted that too. There's times he says, yeah, I have this and I have that. But then you hear him another video, he said, no, I never got that. You hear him do this all the time. Black Anonymous know what I'm talking about. You hear this with Umar all the time. He doesn't have office. He doesn't have office hours. He didn't even have a website specifically for his business as I don't know what, a doctor of what. He should have been a school psychologist, but he's not employed as a school psychologist anywhere, and his reputation precedes him. Who's going to hire Umar? He just lies about this, but he lies to people about these types of things to give himself power over them. That's all this is. We talked about that earlier with the cult. It's always about power, sex, and money. And you have to establish yourself as an expert or a guru type, or in Umar's case, you're Jesus Christ himself. And in Nature Boy, he said he was God. And people believe, and then because you're now in a subservient position, they can tell you anything, and you're going to believe it. And you can lie to them, they're going to believe it. Well, with Umar, he's saying that he's a psychologist, and I'm a therapist. Where and when? One time he said he's a conflict resolution expert. I said, really? Well, what happened with the SETI rant then, bruh? See? But he lies, the pathological liar. He lies all the time. And he doesn't have any office. He doesn't have office hours. He doesn't have an office phone. How you not gonna have an office? You don't purchase these trap bundles 5 years ago, even outside of being a quote unquote professional. He don't even have an office up there to do trap bundles after 5 years. And I told him a long time ago what he should have done, but he don't listen. Anyway, thanks Seth for the super chat. They pulled a bunch of machinery out of there. Yeah, absolutely. They had to pull a lot out of there. They had to take they couldn't leave, and we're talking about the abandoned buildings up there in Wilmington, Delaware. There used to be a chemical plant. And I've done all the research. I can't remember what the name was. It's some Greek god or something like that. The irony, but they had to pull out. From what I remember, they had to pull the tanks out too. That's why. No, oh boy, shoot, ain't no telling. Maybe that's. I hope they did. No, they would have had. They couldn't leave that in there, because that's a serious biohazard right there. So they would have had to pull those tanks out. But that's why there's no basement in these buildings. There's none, because when they were chemical plants, they had the base. What would have been the basement? That's where they kept the what do they call those? Like if you guys, I'm sorry, we're getting off track. But if you guys ever seen well, I don't know, most of you probably haven't, but have you ever seen the construction of a gas station? They just don't start at the top. They start at underground, and they dig all that area out, and then they put these storage tanks down there for the gas. Well, that's what they had under FDMG, what Umar calls FDMG. They had these massive storage tanks. Anyway, thanks, Cameron, and Drink for Super Chat. I appreciate it. Tata says, Lenon is in the chair. Yeah, we talked about that was earlier. All the lost equity. Yeah, we got that one too. Yeah, Jay Morrison, he's on the Mount Rushmore of this scamming stuff because he got away with millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. It's crazy what he did. People should have vetted him. You know, criminal record. I got this one earlier. Okay. Documentary 2, Electric Boogaloo. Y'all remember Electric Boogaloo? That was a jam back then. That was my movie back in the day. Turbo danced better than the other dude, but they didn't. They said, Turbo, you don't even talk. You just stay over there in the corner and do your thing. Anyway, thanks. The Light Seeker Iceman Vamp says, if I see a house for sale that was previously $1 million and now it's on sale for $50, I might stay for. Yeah, I know. Umar think he got a good deal. That's not a good deal. That's you got played. He got scammed. And see, Tom tells the truth because now here we are 5 years later, and he's put some money into it, but it's all wasted because there's still no school, right? So, you know, he's the idea of taking that $400,000 and tricking it off anyway for what? It's just wasted money. Not one black boy has been educated in 5 years, over 5 years now. That's a waste right there. And this other, see, here's the thing. I mean, Umar don't care because it's not his money, and he feels like it's going to keep coming forever. So he's spend on whatever he wants to. It don't make him no difference. He don't got to work for it. He don't care. All right. Thanks for super chat. Simon says, who is shouldering the 2 grade per year expansion? CashApp? Good question. I haven't asked that question in my mind yet. So if Umar's going to be expanding out, he's going to start with 2 grades, and then he's going to expand out 1 grade in each direction until they get to the seniors in the preschool or the whatever he said, child care. He's going to be a child care provider, evidently. Who's going to pay for that expansion? Because you're going to have more teachers, faculty, staff, insurance, more rooms, more security, and perhaps the other side of the street now. But who's going to pay for all of that? See, Umar doesn't have a business plan. He never has had a business plan. He doesn't even have the mental aptitude to sit down long term and work out something like that. He doesn't have it. He can run his mouth. Umar's real good at running his mouth. But if you sat him down at a table and told him, listen, you need to put this puzzle together, he wouldn't be able to finish. That's Umar. His mind doesn't work like that. He can't focus on anything for an extended period of time. Okay, and I'm not saying that to bash him. I'm just saying that I've observed enough of Umar's rhetoric and his behavior to know that he doesn't have the focus needed to be able to sit down to put together a business plan. And he should have done that from the jump before he started asking for donations. Curriculum. He doesn't have a curriculum. Well, he should have had that set up in advance before he started asking for donations. See, but he can't sit down and do something like that. He'll get out a piece of paper or a little notebook. He just starts scribbling things in, this, and there's no cohesion between one thing to the next. You go look at the school announcement video, and it's very evident. He's all over the place, jumping from he's going in based on what he has written down. But it's not like he's specifically talking about one area or one aspect of the school, and then everything that's associated with that. And then here's another aspect and everything associated with that, and another aspect. No, he's just jumping around all over the place, but he's reading it down like he's reading a book. That's how his mind works. So no, Cash Apps is not going to do it. PayPal is not going to do it. Checks and money order is not going to do it. The truth of the matter is that he doesn't have the financing to even finish with renovations, even though he said that the renovations were complete. How is he going to have the finances needed in order to run a building, to run all the expenses associated with the building, faculty and staff, different levels of insurance, 401k plans, food prep for the children, buses? There's no way. But to him, it doesn't matter. He has no intention to hold them school. He just want to keep getting money and do it indefinitely. That's what he's been doing now since the St. Paul school scam. It's been over a decade. All right, thanks for super chat. We've got about 700 people in the building. Thank y'all so much for tuning on. If y'all hit the like button, I appreciate it. Just want to let me know how we're doing on the likes. Information. How's it going, brother? I hope you're doing all right. This is good, brother. Right? He says it's crazy. Yeah, it's all crazy. It's all crazy. The fact that this has been going on this long, And despite people speaking out and telling the truth about Umar, he's still able to pull it off. And let me be clear about something. He's not getting the type of money that he used to get. Let's be clear about that. Because I don't want to overstate this. When I say that he collected over the course of 4 years, he collected over $1 million, that's a statement of fact. But when I say that, I'm not saying that over the next 4 years that he received the same amount, because what happens over time is less and less people donate because they see that nothing's getting done. So he's not getting the same amount of money that he used to, but he's gotten more than enough to start something. And the fact that he hasn't is just crazy. And it's other people's money. I remember when things got really bad with COVID, and I used to feel bad for people who send money to Umar, because I know how bad it was for people. And I thought to myself, that's money that I'm sure they could have used right now to put food on the table for their kids, or to get the groceries, or to get the kids the school clothes, or whatever. That's how I think. I always think in terms of kids. And Umar just kept collecting money. It's not like he said, okay, y'all just take care of yourself until we get to this COVID thing. No, he didn't even do that. He just give me the money. And there's people, I feel so bad for those people. So many people who sent this guy literally millions of dollars over the last decade, and there's nothing to show for it. It's sad. It's crazy. It really is. Hope everything's going well with you, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Lightseeker says, everything Umar touches turns into a nest. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. I don't know if it's true or not, okay? But we're going to leave that at that. He was screaming resume. Oh, yeah, we got that one earlier. Thanks, Lightseeker. Thanks, Darius. We got this one. Thanks, Lewis. That was funny. Okay, and I got that one too. Thank you so much. Did I see one of those big back TVs from you sure did. Yeah, there's a big back TV from the 1980s, 90s inside of that room, sitting over there in the corner.
To Wilmington. Strong alpha males, send those resumes in. FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at
that's it over there on the corner over there.
gmail.com. FD.
See it over there? Yeah.
MG resumes at gmail.
Yeah. Yeah, I just couldn't.
Is what we're looking for.
And it's such a small space too. I know exactly where this is at. It's such a small space. I'm talking about different floors, but it's small. So Umar's used to that. To get back to, and thanks for all the super chat, everybody. To get back to what we were talking about, he's used to it. So that's why even at inside of these abandoned buildings, for stuff to be in disarray like this, it doesn't register to him, because this is how he lives in real life.
I got you.
They go Eminem.
Okay. All done? Yeah. Did you need to bleed it like you said to get the water out?
Yeah, I got my hand all wet, freezing.
Okay, so it's done.
Yeah, so everything's good. Yeah,
Okay.
so I just left it open.
Okay.
So yeah, in the summertime, when you turn it back on, it'll just run for a little bit and check out.
Okay. Right, okay. And so up here, let's take a look at the classrooms. They're all basically the same size. As you can see.
Yeah, affinity fraud. That's what that is. Yeah.
Nice space. We took the old carpet off the floor.
See the exposed wire up there? See that up there in the corner there? This would never pass inspection. He said renovations were complete.
Right. So most of these floors are going to be retiled.
Floor's not even done. He said it was renovations complete. Y'all see my point? This has been going on
Some of them are going to be recarpeted. These 3 classrooms in a row that you see, including the one you're standing.
There's no way that this is going to pass inspection.
One is going to be a parent visitor center. Another one is going to be a student activity room. And the third one is probably going to be a library. But these 3 are going to be more multi-purpose, not instructional. Right. Instructional is going to be a long hallway because we don't want the kids so close to the front. Right. So like, let's say you're a parent, you picking your kid up, she got 2 hours, you just want to chill. We have a TV in here, refrigerator with some water, a nice couch.
Innovative solutions for a healthy tomorrow.
Parent visit.
That's wild.
So
A lot of the stuff over there, that's left over from that block party from a couple of years ago.
I want it to be a little different than what you see in the regular schools. You feel me?
You're a lot different.
Yeah, that's right. You a lot different. You right about that, Chica. You right about that, Maria Santiago Jose de la Cruz. Anyway. Yeah. The symbolism is crazy. It is. It sure is fact when he's a fake. It's a fake. That's what it is. I love that's one of my favorite episodes of All Star Trek, everything. What's up, Amira? Yeah, it is. It's a kicking spot. We're gonna say that earlier when he's talking about what they're gonna be doing. This is a kicking spot. In fact, I'll wait. I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna come back to that kicking spot if I remember. Okay, hold on a second. No, I don't think that was a sleeping bag, but there's been times where I've seen sleeping bags in there. I remember one time there was a sleeping bag and canned food, but I don't think that was a sleeping bag.
You know, parent visitor center.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a sleeping bag. I think that's one of the banners. It just has it rolled up a little bit.
So I want it to be a little different than what you see in the regular schools. You feel me?
You're a lot different.
She got at him right there a little bit. Go ahead, Chica.
It is being built from scratch. Oh, this is
Straight down the hall that way. This way, black man. It's looking at you. See that room looking at you?
right there.
Yep. Right at the end.
See the wire coming out of the ceiling? Okay, there's no way that's going to pass inspection. Tile still missing.
Oh, man. I'm loving this.
The other thing.
There's another wire hanging right there.
And get you to learn it mentality. You just want to pick up a book and start reading.
And tell me what we need to stretch it all the way down.
Oh my goodness, chair's all dirty, but it look like that window is busted out of there. Yeah, that window's busted. Y'all see that hit the one? He said renovations are done, but that window right there and that door is busted. Y'all, anyone else see this? No, Carl. This video is from. Let me find out for sure. Hold on one second. I'm gonna say it's a warehouse. This video is from December of 2023, the end of December. December 28th was when it appeared. And this isn't Umar's video. This is someone else who took the video, Maria, that took the video, and she uploaded it onto her YouTube page. But Umar hasn't done a tour of the inside this building for at least 7 months now. Yeah, 6 months. Let's say 6 months. It could be a little bit longer than that. Sigmund says, I'd wager most of the work was performed by neighborhood guys, gals, and unlicensed work. Yeah, absolutely. He had people working in there, Poogie and Ray Ray types, and this was going on from the beginning. That's why if you go and look at the permits that have been pulled, very minimal amount of permits have actually been pulled by professionals. You just don't see that. And that's another reason why they won't pass inspection, because when they come and look at this, and they're going to say, okay, well, who did this? Who did that? Who did this? And they're going to need to see paperwork, and they're going to have to verify whether or not these people are licensed professionals. That's how this stuff works. And so there's a lot that's going to be, he's not going to be able to explain, okay, well, who painted or who did this or who did the electricity. He did hire some people to do some electricity years ago. He ended up firing them after they were able to get the lights on enough to give the illusion of progress. Y'all remember that? So at some point, if at any point he gets to the inspection phase, it's not going to pass. And he knows that. He don't care though, because it's not about actually passing. Because then what he'll do, he use it as an excuse, and he'll say the white man's trying to sabotage and they're trying to stop me from opening up school, send them money. I even heard him say that he was going to actually file a lawsuit against Delaware because they won't give him a certificate of occupancy, even though he ain't filed for the certificate of occupancy yet. He already has a plan. Watch. Y'all just watch. And then when it happened, I'm gonna tell y'all, I told y'all, watch. Yeah, he had people, the roofers, the initial roofers, those are people off the street. They came up there, one of them had on some South shoes, sandal house shoes, and the other one had on some N1s. I don't know, it looked like N1s. That's what I thought it was. And they just walking around on top of the roof. Anyway, thanks, Sigmund, for the super chat. I appreciate it. And thanks for the super sticker from FDMG Peephole. Umar said he wanted to have a peephole on the front door. I said, why? Okay, now am I tripping? Doesn't it look, and thanks for super chat, everybody. Doesn't it look like this window's busted right here? Y'all see that? Okay, if anyone else see that, hit the one or something. Just let me know. Maybe I'm tripping. All right, let's go. He said renovations were complete.
Yes.
thinking about making this my office and conference room. I'm thinking about making that and this. One will be my office and the one will be a conference room. So let's say I gotta have a meeting. This is what I'm thinking because we have the exit on the side. So I figured nobody can get past me. You see what I'm saying?
Get past you. What kind of prison industrial complex? Look at this. He got like 15 desks in here or
So I was
something.
thinking about, and plus it was kind of loud
Look like renovations complete to y'all.
in the hallway.
Wires all hanging out the ceiling.
My visitors aren't bothered by that.
That's so dangerous.
I did want my office a little larger, but I can live with it. I can live with it.
For sure, this is
Honestly,
I can't believe he even got a woman up in here. I would not. There's no way. You'll call me sexist if you want to, but I would not have no woman up inside these bandos like this. No way.
personal opinion. So I had my office at my.
And this desk been sitting on his side for years. He used to put little food down on like little, like he eat and he put a little the leftover the bag of the food, Burger King, he put on the bottom of it. I remember.
I moved it to
This look like renovations complete.
my house, and I had like a section in my house.
Look at this tile. That's all water damage down there. So it's probably leaking up above there. That's all water damage. That's why the tile is misplaced. See
It
this?
seemed like for some reason I work better. I
That's
think
your house.
because it's more,
I'm
it's
not-
smaller.
Okay.
So, because I do all the sticky notes, I
Yes,
say
sir.
everything,
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to organize it. But it's like more, it's smaller, but I was like, and I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it, trust me.
Okay.
But when I did it, I found myself really
It was better
comfortable
for
with
you.
it worked for me.
Wow.
So a smaller office might not be a bad.
I see what you said, less distraction.
Yes.
Because you have more going
5 years in, he still don't even know where he's gonna put his office. Well, at this time, 4 years and 10 months. Let's be fair.
on. The bigger it is, the more you want to put in there.
Walking around,
Yeah.
looking out the window.
I got you.
He said renovations were complete before this video came out. Look at this. This is from December of 2023. Look at even walking in. Look at the door. You see the door on the right? Well, it may be your left, but on my right. I mean, it's been busted through. There's not even a doorknob on it. The other side ain't no doorknob either, but that one side is all busted out. Look at the ceiling. Where's that light coming from? That's sunlight, y'all. That's not no light from no, that's not light bulbs. That's sunlight coming through up there. You see that?
I got you.
Now that's light. This is a disaster.
This is male bathroom right there. Water fountain. But you know, we probably gonna get water brought in.
See him? There you go with the habitual lying. You see that? There's no reason to say that, but he says that to cover up for the fact that everything is just in a horrible state. Yeah, we probably just gonna get some water brought in. He's a pathological liar.
Water fountain. But you know, we probably gonna get water brought in.
Someone said, Kev said it's a skylight. It's a gym lighting coming up. Y'all crazy. That's true though, Doctor. Kicking spot don't need no knobs. I agree with that. You right about that. All right. Let's finish this up. Well, boy, we an hour and 30 minutes and ain't even got to the video.
Girls' bathroom. We gotta get the doors fixed because they broke, you know.
I don't mean to laugh, but this is so sad. It's crazy. He said renovations are done, but here he is in this video talking about we got to get the door fixed, family. We got to get the door fixed. You know, family, just excuses after excuses.
We gotta get the doors fixed because they broke, you know. Computer room.
There's two doors for some reason. I never figured this out. Why is there a door leaning up against the side on one side near that accessible sign, and there's an actual door over on the other side? There's all kind of products over there, cleaning products, products to wash your face, products to comb your hair, feminine products, everything. I don't mean to be I don't mean to go here, but hey, it is what it is. You gotta make sure the women comfortable when they come do the kicking spot. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the proper toilet trash. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't do that. You need to subscribe. You're always talking, but you still ain't subscribed. It's a doggone shame. He still ain't subscribed. Steven said, do you know when paint day number 2 will be and if he's at least going to finish? If he's at least, it said at least going to finish the exterior. What about the front door? I don't know. Sigmund, I don't know. That's not going to be paint day number 2. He's had so many paint days already. I got all of them. If we have time, if y'all want to, I'll pull them up. It's sad. If y'all ain't seen those, it's sad because he had these old women painting. I said, that's just not right. It's not right. Okay. It's at least. Thanks for the super chat. It ain't gonna happen. What's up, Jill Scholar? I have a feeling that this isn't the trap band. Yeah, it's the trap band. Mind you, Jill Scholar, that Umar's he brought these people up there because he's trying to put together some sort of a music studio, and he was going to turn the main office. He's considering changing the main office into a music studio. It's supposed to be a school for black boys, but the main office is going to be it's a kicker spot, right? That's what you do. Okay, let's get going here. Thanks for super chat, everybody. I appreciate it. Here we go.
Now you see the offices, the classroom.
Okay, this used to be the computer room, and these tables are the same tables that the Moyer Academy had. They're just still in here, just in the worst condition. The floor is all dirty. He said renovations are complete. Tiles missing off the ceiling, exposed wires everywhere. There's even wires on the ground. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Let's keep going.
Large.
Yeah.
But I'm not ruling out making one of them the studio though. But y'all saying y'all don't need that much space for that.
Nah, y'all need a huge studio.
Could the studio
The bigger the space, the more money you're gonna have to spend.
So let me ask you this. Could a studio park?
There go another one.
If I did use the classroom? Like what would be something that wouldn't really
Broadcasting,
all kinds of stuff.
Videography, all kinds of stuff.
So this is
Damn, this shit nice size too.
Wires all over the place.
I got a lot of stories in here too. A lot of sad stories.
He said he had a lot of sad stories in there. Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask y'all this. Yeah, this is too small. Is this the same size? I was thinking about this, but I know this is too small because that's it.
Oh, it's a nurse station.
It gotta be though. I might put the nurse in the front. That's too small for the same.
What is that? A rigid battery pack thing over there? That's what it looked like. No, I'm just
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
For the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too small. Okay.
Small. I mean, like
let's say. It looks like it says. I don't know. I can't really read that.
once again,
Yeah. Talk to me.
like this would be great, but it has the bathroom rather than here. No, your own.
So you saying this space right here, you could do the engineering and the booth.
Look at that. That's the ceiling. That's one of the lighting from the ceiling that fell down. He said renovations are complete. And it looks so filthy in there too.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, exposed wires right there. That's an automatic failure for inspection. Automatic. There's another exposed wire.
If you want.
These people shouldn't even be in there.
And this table could like simple like we have an engineering board. If it was a room right here that had a door, that would be a booth, but it's a bathroom.
So the booth couldn't go in here. Which engineering?
Wow, it looked like a whatchamacallit that was inside that other room over there. Y'all see that? Hold on one second.
So the booth couldn't go in here.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's to get water up. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? You see that over there? It's in that doorway, in that room. What are those things called? Because I used to have one. I can't remember what it's called. But that's for if there's a spill like water, you bring that in and it'll suck all the water up. That's what that is. And it's not for a carpet because there's no carpet in there. Yeah, that's what it is. It's called a shop vac, a wet vac. Yeah, Edward, there you go. How's it going too? That's what that is. It's a shop vac, wet vac. Excuse me. Oh goodness. So a wet vac. Okay, and again, that just gives you another example. See, there's issues. That's why he was talking about he needs a roofer. There's leaking that's taking place still after 5 years, and in this case, 4 years and 10 months. Yeah, I didn't see that the last time. Yeah, she said renovation complete, not even close. Look at this. Bags of trash. What is that? Was that a guillotine? What kind of, what is that? It looked like a guillotine. What is going on here? I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure it out. Here we go. Yeah, someone said it looks like a pressure washer. Well, you know, it could be, but it looks more like a it looks more like a I don't know why I want to say HVAC, but y'all, a wet vac. That's what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like a. I mean, I guess it could be. Yeah. Okay, so I may be wrong about that, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I apologize, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know what that thing is.
So that's the data room. Not many people want to be in that data room, though. Is that
This kind of scary, isn't it?
for what?
Are there little lockers down there on the ground? Why are lockers on the ground? Oh, I know what that is. Okay, this is supposed to be in the server room. This is supposed to be the IT infrastructure, the backbone. This is where this would be, but he has it set off into another room. That's what this is. I think you just put patch cords, patch cables in there, CAD 5 Ethernet cables and such. That's what that is. I don't know why he would have it over here though. It looks like he took it out of where it's supposed to be and just left it in there. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a server rack. Yeah. Yeah, I was tripping. I couldn't tell from the other. I thought it was a guillotine. I said it was a guillotine. I said, "Oh no!" From the cameraman's perspective, it looks like we're playing a doomsday. No, you're right about that. It does seem a little doomsday creepy. Like what was that game back in the day that used to scare me so bad? Not Silent Hill. There was a game. It was on PlayStation, and it was loading time. Anytime you open up a door, it would take time to load. That's what this reminded me of. I can't remember what that game was called, but I used to play that at night and in the dark, and I'll be so scared. Yeah, Resident Evil. That's what it was. That's what this reminded me of. It's just they got lights, more lights now. Thanks, Tata, for the super chat. I appreciate it. But it does. It reminds me of like one of them horror video games. Millions of dollars, and this is where it's at. Bank says every room they go in, I'm shocked there isn't a homeless person sleeping in the corner. Well, hold on, Banks. I have video of, and Umar, I don't know why he put this on his Instagram page, but I have video of a homeless person sleeping near the door, the front door. Like, you know how you go up the steps and then there's the top platform there, and then there's a door right there. Well, I have video of a woman sleep right there, and then one of Umar Johnson's followers takes video of the homeless lady and wakes her up and tells her that she got to go. I'm trying to tell y'all, there's no way. There's no way. It's in the hood. It's the whole area is impoverished. It's drug infested, crime infested. It was ranked 4 in the, I want to say 5th in the nation the year prior to Umar purchasing it. It was ranked 5th in the nation for violent crime per capita. And they named it Murder Town, USA. So it's up there. Homelessness, drugs, substance abuse issues, poverty, the list goes on and on and on. So yeah, I know you can visualize that in these buildings, but understand that that's what was happening. That's what has happened. Understand that these buildings sat for many years and people broke in, and it was that's why when I initially saw the video where Umar was walking through, and this when they didn't have any electricity, you had people walking through. When I initially saw canned goods and like a small couch with a sleeping bag on it, I'm automatically think, okay, that's Umar sleeping in there, even though I'm sure that there's been times where he has slept in there. Okay. He didn't want to drive back to Philly. He didn't have a place to stay for a hotel motel. I'm sure he's done it many times. The first thing I thought was that there were people who were living in there when it was abandoned, because that's what happens with abandoned buildings. For many years. And they go in there, people strip out all the copper, wire, that's why it was in such horrible condition when he purchased these trap vandals for $400,000, even though he said that it was, back then it was valued, they put 13 million in it. If they put 13 million in it and you only buy for 400,000, what does that tell you? So, and I can pull it up, Banks. I don't know if you've seen it, but I can actually pull up the video. It was some of the saddest things out of this whole. I'm gonna tell y'all what the saddest thing is, and if someone reminds me tomorrow to play it, I'll find it and I'll play it. The saddest thing was when Umar was live streaming outside of these buildings, and this lady approached him and was crying, and she was explaining how she had moved to Wilmington because she wanted to put her special needs son in Umar's fake school. That was and I've seen so many horrible things covering Umar, but that right there was the worst. If someone reminds me more, I'll find it and I'll pull it up, because people need to see that, just to go to show you how this whole saga, it's hurt a lot of people. It's dangerous, and there's people who really believed in this, and they've been let down so much. And Umar doesn't care; he just keeps running with it. Thanks for super chat, Banks. Tata says from the camera. Okay, I got that one. Thank you, Tata. What's up, brother Jose? ¿Cómo estás? Says in the end, we'll never know how much wasted money went into this failed project. This is true. This is true. And one of the reasons why, let's say if Umar, if he was audited and they went through all of his digital records in terms of money that has come in, PayPal, CashApp, GoFundMe. There was something else he was using. I can't remember what it was called. I don't think it exists anymore, that he was using before CashApp. If anyone remembers what it was, post inside the chat room. And then, of course, they could track checks, and they could check. I guess I'm telling you, there's ways to get around that. But they can do the checks. They can get subpoena his bank accounts, find out where money is going. But I've seen situations where a person that has a business like a corner store, and you can go in there and you can take your check in there and you can go ahead and cash it, and they'll take a little bit more off the top, and then it's like almost as if you never really cashed it. Okay, I've seen stuff like that happen. I ain't gonna say too much. Okay, back in the day. But that a lot of that's traceable and trackable. But there's funds that he has received, cash in particular, that there's no way that anyone will ever be able to find out. And again, I would propose that he's $2.7 million by now, in and around there, and he squandered it. No one will ever know. Umar doesn't even know. He doesn't know how much money he's collected. He doesn't know how much money he spent. I do know this, that the money's gone. It just comes in and then it goes out. It comes in and then it goes out. And you see how the school was looking back in December. Okay. Thanks, Brother Jose, for super chat. Hope you're doing all right. Sigmund says he recently told Father David that he's only 50% done, so he needs to have another paint day before September and paint their ancestors on. Are you serious? I have the video. It's an interview. Umar's not on the video, but Father David, I have that. Maybe we'll get into that tomorrow. I didn't watch the whole thing though either. I mean, I didn't. There's only a segment. Well, maybe we'll have to watch the whole thing. What we'll do is we'll watch what I have tomorrow, and then Sigmund or anyone else, if you remember, if you don't hear this part of the interview, someone remind me of this, and then we'll have to pull up the full video and we can go through it. Okay. So he recently told Father David that he's only 50% done, so he needs to have another paint day before September and paint the ancestors on the floor. It's ridiculous. He also talked about how he's looking for more schools because he wants to start now, because it took him so long to get the first one. He wants to make sure he has the next one ready so that when the first one's done, he'll be able to start on the second one right away. It's just so much foolishness. It really is. And he said September, but didn't he say the school was going to open in September? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't even know no more. I don't know no more. That drove me crazy. Thanks for super chat. Your kids will see that says he can't even turn into an escape room type business because all you have to do is escape through the small. You're right about that. You can always climb through the roof. If worst case scenario, it would come down to the end of it, just you climb on through the roof, family. It's always open. It's like McDonald's. It's 24/7. Okay. I should be laughing and joking. I'm joking too much. What's up, Lenny? Umar sweats him. Y'all goofing off too much. I try to be serious. I really am. Try to have on a nice shirt, put on my glasses, and be serious. Okay, I got my little setup. Okay, I got my degree. I'm working, family. Okay, but y'all talk about Umar sweats in bulk. Two things. Umar, he paying child support in bulk, and he sweats in bulk, family. We working. Okay. Thanks, arrogant people. Arrogant people been around for a long time too. It's good to see somebody. Some of y'all ain't seen in a minute, so it's good to see y'all. Okay, a lot of people from the old school. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna finish this up. It's only like 20 more seconds, and then we'll get to the paint day video.
Yeah.
The paint day video is short too, so we're almost done. Here we go.
That's what everything is gonna be at anyway.
Why you got the server rack in here? I don't.
For like communication devices and.
Could that be the engineering?
Okay, so September 3rd is what he said, but then he also said, based on what Sigmund said, he said that they're gonna have another paint day in September, even though the school's supposed to open September 3rd. This guy, we caught him in so many lies. He lies so much, it's ridiculous. That's another one right there, Sigmund. There you go. There you go. That's another lie right there. Hopefully I have that what we watch tomorrow. I hope I'll be out. If I don't have that, someone remind me, and then we'll go watch the full version of that. Okay, thanks again. Okay, so this is the end right here.
Could that
Umar, could he just think of something?
be the engineering and the nurse station be the booth?
No.
Why would you turn the nurse station into a vocal booth? That's crazy. And I'm sorry, Maria, you got to cover the belly button, please, sis. Just please, if you don't mind, just cover that button. Just please. Okay.
Why not?
Look at this. And see, it stinks in there really bad. That's why they don't want to walk all the way up in there. It reminds me, this is like a horror movie. One of them horror games. Listen. It's like a doomsday video game right here. Look, Umar look crazy. Umar looking crazy. He looking
It should be the booth?
No.
Boy, they got all that cat cable just running out the roof.
Why not?
I think it's possible.
He said, I think it's stinking here.
Because the wires can run up top.
For what? In here?
So let's just say it's the engineering control
See, it stinks in there for some reason.
room for the music.
Boy, that's crazy.
Well, these are places
All right,
where
so
people...
they're supposed to, that's Umar's trying to turn this school into a music recording studio. All right, let's get to paint day, everybody. We don't have the time. We just don't have the time. But we got to get to it. All right. I want to start with this though, just to give a little context here. Watch this.
Peace and Pan Africanism, peace and Pan Africanism. Peace and Pan Africanism, peace and Pan Africanism.
He playing Prince. You hear that?
Queens around the galaxy for wishing me a happy Valentine's Day yesterday. But for me, it's the 206th solar return of the greatest black leader to ever walk on American soil, my 4 times great-grand cousin who was raised with my 4 times great-grandfather, Stephen Henry Bailey. I'm talking about the Honorable Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey Douglas. So I spent all day yesterday. I wasn't booed up. I wasn't cookie hunting. I wasn't Cinnabon smashing.
Oh man, he's just self-exposing.
I was at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy getting the school ready for paint day. I will announce a paint day as soon as we're completely done prepping the school, basically covering everything up. So when we do paint, we don't get paint on doors and windows and doors.
Yeah, broken doors. Let me skip through.
Many of you do not care enough to learn how to protect your children. You wait until you have an emergency, and then you want to blow my phone up all day, inconveniencing me to help you when you could have just came to the boot camp training in your neighborhood. 71 Oakland Boulevard, WMICH is at 4 in Flint, Michigan on Wednesday. 7 until 10, Black. What's good, brother P?
Hey, what's going on? I'm at Harbor Freight. I got the
You got the things?
I got the verdict. Yeah.
Okay, one second. All right. So they're gonna call me on the school phone, or how they want to do that?
A school phone? What?
How do we do? Can I do a phone cell here? A phone cell?
A phone sale?
Yeah.
Brian, you know anything about a phone sale? I don't think we take them over the phone.
This guy is calling from the spot where they're getting supplies and stuff. This is no organization skills whatsoever. It's ridiculous.
Okay, because tell her we do it at Home Depot and Lowe's all the time.
Yeah, we do it at Home Depot and Lowe's all the time.
I've been here over a year. I've never heard of it for a year.
Oh, not for here.
Yeah, Harbor Freight. They don't play that. They don't do the layaway at Harbor Freight anymore.
Let her know it's the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We getting ready for paint day.
So what? What they got to do with anything?
I'm the CEO.
Who are you to stop? See, this is so ridiculous. I know he always do that. It's so ridiculous.
Yes, it's for FDMG. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey
And
Academy.
let her know you on the phone with the CEO.
Because Umar's so important.
I don't think I'm on the phone with the CEO right now. With us? No, not you.
She was like, well, I really don't care about that. We don't know him, sir. He's not even in our orbit. We're Harbor Freight. We don't play these types of games. Okay, please stop.
For businesses.
I don't believe you. Yeah, they don't do that type of work here.
They said, I don't believe you. No, they said, I don't believe we do that. But really what they want to say is, we don't believe you, Umar. I'm sorry.
Okay, then we just going to eat. We'll stay what we got then, P. We'll stay with what we got.
Hey, before you make that decision, I wanted to let you know that everything came to about $290 here.
Oh, and, wow.
$290, right?
Okay.
Dang, he started grabbing on his ear over $290. Not 290,000. That just goes to show you the money's gone. Like I said earlier, the money's gone. He over here tripping off of $290.
Okay.
And check this out. I won't even need to use it.
And then it cuts out. Umar you see this? That's all the body language. 200, was it $290? And he tripping off of that for a paint day where he said it's gonna cost $20,000 in paint. That's what he said when he was at the college or the university talking to them kids. But he tripping off of 200. That money is gone. He was like, oh wow. I spent more than that in a week on food with all these kids. Y'all know that? I remember back in the day when me and my wife, boy, we can get away with $200 and $250 a month. I spend more than $300, $350, sometimes $400 on food a week. That's why we had to go to Costco. We started going to Costco. I told these kids, you know what? We going to Costco. We getting our food in bulk. I ain't complaining though, but he tripping off of $290, family. That money is gone. I should replay that because you should see you start grabbing on his ear. Anyway, here's a second video. Oh wait,
my thing is
I'm sorry. That's not the right video. I'm sorry. We're not gonna play that ever again. I don't want to traumatize nobody. I'm never going to play that again. Here's the other one.
Prince, 59th Memorial of Malcolm X assassination, Flint Development Center. Friday, Joliet, Illinois, Black History Month banquet. Doors at 6, program 7
Y'all
to
stop
10.
it. Don't do the it's my fingers.
Monday, the island of Guadeloupe, Pan
that
African
money gone.
Conference. Thursday, February.
But understand, it was gone a long time ago. Okay, if he's getting eviction notices more recent and relatively recently, understand that money's gone a long time ago.
The 29th, Lower
That's
Merion,
right.
Pennsylvania.
I got plenty of great value. I got plenty of great value inside the what you call it, the pantry.
R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, Black Parent Seminar. Next Friday.
Oh, someone asked, I'm drinking some pineapple juice.
Day, March the 1st.
Non-alcoholic.
Comedy and Consciousness Bash. CSU Morehouse College become a priority. Paint weekend dinner at the restaurant of your choice. Volunteers for paint weekend. Paint day volunteer are equal to $300 or more. You can indoor paint day coming soon. I want to see all Black psychologists, graduate students, undergrad Black psych majors, Florida A&M University, Tallahassee, the Prince of Paint.
Wow, we got 800 people up in here. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's the one thing I'm really appreciative of. Like, I can step away for extended periods of time and I can come back and we pick right back up. I was going to say we pick right back up like a family. You know, those family members you ain't seen in a long time, and you see them, it's like you saw them yesterday. I got friends like that too. They like family, right? That's what I feel about y'all. Like, the numbers always go back to where they were, you know, in back in the day, and I'm really appreciative of that. All the support too. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate that. Y'all the best. Here we go.
Pan Africanism debut. If you want to help me paint the FDMG school, indoor paint day coming soon. Priority sign up.
Oh, thank you guys. I love y'all too. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really do. I mean, we have a good time. The other thing I noticed too, and it's been a long time. I noticed I appreciate about the Cook Crush chat is people greet each other, you know, and it's sincere. People, hey, how you been? And this and that, and hey, hi, that kind of thing. That's a beautiful thing. You know, that's really a beautiful thing. I really appreciate it. It lifts my spirits. I get energy. I get energized. You know, when did I live stream? The one time, I think it was, can't remember. I had live streamed. I was real tired before I started. And I was telling my wife how tired I was, and I didn't feel like it. Then I live streamed. I had all this energy afterwards. She said, "You got all this energy?" I said, "That's because I live streamed." I appreciate y'all. Okay.
For those of you who have donated at least $300 over the past 10 years.
Okay, you have to donate $300 over the last 10 years in order to qualify, just to qualify.
If your total donations to FDMG are equal to $300 or more, you can text me for the information in order to become a priority.
Priority.
Volunteer for the upcoming paint day. You have until Sunday.
This guy's such a charlatan.
Who have donated more than 300 have until Sunday. After that, we will take regular donors. So even if you didn't donate 300, you still have a chance to
He's making it seem like it's privilege.
Be a paint day volunteer. Saturday and Sunday, it's a paint weekend. It's a FDMG indoor paint weekend. It's a FDMG indoor paint weekend, Saturday and Sunday. If you've donated at least $300 to the school, text me so you can give me the information necessary so I can add you to the priority list for the Volunteers for Paint Weekend. If you have not donated at least $300, next Sunday the 25th, you can reach out to me, Dr. Umar. I've donated 50, 100, 75, 250, and I would like to paint. Refreshments will be provided, lunch will be provided, and we are going to a family dinner, paint weekend dinner at the restaurant of your choice, Saturday night and Sunday night. You will have to take care of your own hotel. Who want to come paint with Big Papa? Who want to come paint with Big Papa?
So not only do you have to donate, but you also have to pay for travel expenses and lodging. This is nuts. I mean, people are really have to come out of pocket just to come and paint for free.
Where my ladies at? What sisters want to pull up at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy and help us paint? Africa trip details will be released on Wednesday in Flint, Michigan. Africa trip details will be released on Wednesday, Flint, Michigan. Pull up to the Flint Development Center. I will post them on my.
Okay, that Africa trip was postponed, was canceled. Just to be clear on timeline, this video came out 4 days after the previous video that we watched.
Instagram and Twitter. You could text me for them after 11:59 p.m.
Someone asks, is this new? This is from February 19th, 2024.
On Wednesday, February the 21st. of distraction. That's who she was. Who was the lady? She was an agent of distraction. On my Instagram and Twitter. My live. If I cannot see your face, you cannot join my live. If I can't see your face, you cannot join my live. If I cannot see your face, you cannot join my live.
Yeah, it sounded like he said effing face, and they just edited that out. Boy, Umar, he tripping. He mad? What are you mad about? I'm just skipping through.
Queens, my South African queens, my Nigerian, Florida queens, my California queens, my Seattle, my Portland queens, my Jamaican queen. 11.
Here you go.
Suriname and Guyanese. I could roll with a slim thick. I can't roll with the snow bunny look.
What?
Snow bunny look. That's not really my thing. Some meat, some lamb, some goat, some beef, some chicken, some gotta have a little bit of meat in their system to keep the temperature up. Know more about send a resume, Zepti. FDMG resumes at Gmail. FDMG resumes.
What in the freak all was he talking about?
Don't say that, my brother. Don't say I won't date a meat eater. I will date a meat eater. My queen's gotta have a little bit of meat in their system to keep that temperature up. My queen's gotta have a little bit of meat in their system to keep the temperature up. If she ain't got no meat in her system, the temperature not gonna rise when I need that temperature. You understand me? When it's cold outside, I need some warmth. Vegan queens, the temperature don't rise too high. Vegan queens, the temperature don't rise too high. You understand? When I need a nice warm blanket, you got to get a little bit of some meat, some lamb, some goat, some beef, some chicken, some turkey. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Slim, thick, petite queens. It's okay. If you're a slim, thick, petite queen. But if you got the snow bunny look, I'm straight. If you got the real skinny snow bunny look, that's not really my thing. Slim, thick. I can roll with a slim, thick. I can't roll with the snow bunny look. You got the snow bunny backside.
Yeah,
I have to pass on that.
Oh, yeah.
Snow bunny backside, I'm going to have to pass on that.
And see him just rocking and doing all this? Something wrong with him.
Snow bunny backside, I'm going to have to pass on that. We must stay focused, brothers. Who pulling up to Nandy's Knowledge Cafe tonight in Highland Park? Who's pulling up to Nandy's Knowledge Cafe tonight in Highland Park?
All right. I decided. Okay. So now let's get to the paint day. The paint day video actually is really short. There's two that appeared, but the one is actually shows the painting process, and there's one where he has some commentary. Let's look at the short version right now, and then we'll look at the longer one to see if there's anything relevant there. Let's see here. This one right here. Okay, here we go. That looked like the paint from the first paint day. I don't know what all this is. Oh, okay, I see. It's like rollers in people's bags and stuff. There's nothing being painted professionally either. I don't get it, because if you look at the wall, and there's music being played in the background. I'm not going to play that part. Don't worry about that. I just have just the video. Why does it look like that? Shouldn't it be all black? It's like black and then almost like it looks like dirt or some kind of white film, but it may be they just didn't paint it professionally. Again, no ventilation, no HVAC, and they're up in here with these fumes. It already smells bad in there, I'm sure. Water damage, etc. Isn't that what's her name that was in the video? Remember that started crying, whatever her name was? I think that's her. You look a little bit different, but that other video is from what, 4 years ago? Yeah, anybody know what I'm talking about? That looks like her. Boy, this place looks scary. And this lady right here, this is a grandma, y'all. I can't stand this right here. Umar, you ain't got no shame, man. This is somebody's grandma. This lady looked like she's probably in her mid-60s. There's no way. 70, no, maybe in her 70s, early 70s. There's no way. Umar, you ain't got no shame. And I don't even understand why they're painting all these outlandish colors like this. What is this going to be, a green screen room? A green screen room or what? Yeah, she looked like she in her 70s. It do look scary though. I ain't lying. It's a haunted bando. Isn't that what's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. That's her. Yeah, that's Frances. That's Frances. Y'all remember Frances? She don't look like she used to look though. Frances is one of the only people that came back after all this time. I should pull up the video with Frances. We ain't gonna do it because we running late now. It's late. Frances was in that movie that Umar did too. That love movie, but they never got released for some reason. Y'all remember she was in that movie? Umar up there. That movie was a tragedy. It was tragic. Somebody remind me to play that tomorrow. Yeah, they're going with the whole neon green look, family. Too bad they don't. They don't have a color called ceiling tile. You just paint it. You know, wherever the tile's missing, you just paint over that area, and it automatically look like a ceiling tile. Well, you funny, man. What's up, my video with hell, boy? That's funny. Okay, let's stay focused. Who comes up with that? Yeah, what color? Did you have ceiling tile? You remember like Tom and Jerry, they'll paint on the wall and it looked like an actual door. They just painted on. Okay. Oh, boy, that's wild. Okay, here we go. That took me out. But that's Frances right there. Wow. Man, there's no way. It's like 8 people showed up. That's sad. And the colors are just different colors all over the place. See, most of these people, I ain't never seen them before. Frances, she came through though. Boy, this is not how it's done, y'all. Dang, this lady look even older than the other lady. Umar, you ain't got no shame. You got grannies up in here, bro. You got grandmamas up in here. 70. This lady look closer to 80. Am I getting them mixed up? Maybe that's the same lady. Please, that has to be the same lady. There's no way. Let me take that back because there can't be two grannies up in there like that. I can't remember what the other one looked like. Yeah, Wendell, you're right. OSHA walked through here. OSHA wouldn't even allow people to come up in here and paint this condition of these buildings. Look at this guy. See, he has no organization skills. He couldn't get a massive amount of people to come and paint. But the other thing is that he plays these games where he'll tell people that they're going to be painting, and he'll say that it's going to be professional. And then he ends up getting everyday people. Yeah, real quick, I did see that. This was a really good observation. I didn't catch it, but check the woman painting the black wall with a 3-inch wide roller. Where did these people come? Where did these people come from? Yeah, but Sigmund, I'll look at this lady right here painting with the white wall, and she look how small that roller is. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. I mean, even that in of itself, I didn't think about it while I was watching it, but even that in of itself goes to show you that what is being done is not professional. You don't take a real small roller to paint like this. Okay, that's more like a spot paint kind of type of thing. But look at this lady. Let me play this back because I didn't even catch it the first time. Yeah, this is crazy. Umar got these people working unnecessarily. He said renovations are complete too. And if you guys look right here on this door, look at this door is missing the hinge, the middle hinge on this door. Y'all see this? He's such a liar. You see this? It's missing the hinge. He said renovations were complete. I want to get to this black wall though real quick. Then we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, Umar think he can fool everybody all the time, but you can't. You can't fool all the people all the time. Yeah, that's Francis. That is the other. There's 2 grannies up in here, y'all. This is sad. That's because see, he did the same thing with the other paint day. I should pull the video up. Y'all want me to? I can pull it up, hit the one, and then we'll close out. But he had these old ladies out there painting outside in the cold. So he had 2 grannies up in here on this one. That one, the granny was both of them older, but that other one she looked like she close to 80. Umar don't care. These poor young ladies, they have no clue. Yeah, this is a whole other lady over here. Oh, man, this is so sad. Umar ain't got no shame, y'all. None. This lady got to be close to 80. Damn. I wouldn't have any woman up here, period. I just would not do it. This is the best he could do. He couldn't organize 100 men to come up in here to handle this. No, it's mainly women, older women, got grannies up in here, and he don't care. He really think he's doing something too. He's such a scammer. No care for nobody else but himself. Again, here's the narcissism. He got to be the center of the attention. This trap bando. It's been going on forever. Yeah, Sigmund, I think you were referring to this wall right here, right? Because I didn't see anybody. Yeah, I didn't see anybody painting the black wall. I can't believe Francis showed up. Boy, I should show you a picture because she don't look how she used to look. I ain't gonna be talking bad about nobody, but you know, anyway. Okay, we need to work for free to save FDMG. Check out my powerful documentary on Umar Johnson titled "A Wolf in Pig's Clothing in Grocery Store." Okay, well, wolf in pig's clothing in grocery stores near you, coming on Monday. All right. Thanks for the super chat. Y'all want me to do this real quick? I can pull up the old paint days just to show you guys how anyone who thinks that this is some sort of an accomplishment, he does this from time to time. He has paint days. And I can pull it up real quick and we can look at those. We don't have to watch the whole videos, but I can just give you, there's 3 videos I can pull up right now and we can look at real quickly to illustrate that. Let me know if you guys want to do that. Hit the 1 button. I still got 813 people here. It's getting pretty late. Thank y'all so much for tuning on in. We will be back tomorrow. Probably do a live stream during the day. I have a whole list of stuff I want to get to this week. Okay, there's people who saying go ahead. Okay. Last call said do it. Okay, East B, you need to subscribe. That's all I got to say. I got all the paint day stuff. That's all done. Let me pull up the next thing. Real quick. Tomorrow. Excuse me. We still got to get to the Father David Word interview from a couple of days ago. I want to do the video with Umar. It's an older video, but people re-uploaded where Umar's going in on Shaq and other people dealing with Kyrie Irving. Someone uploaded it. Also, I have video of Umar making excuses and talking about how these black contractors stole from him and all this kind of stuff. This is a recent interview that appeared. I want to get to that as well. And then we did the interview with DJ Church Boy earlier today, School Massive Hole. And yeah, okay, so those 3. So I'll pick one for tomorrow. We may do 2 if we have time. We can do back to back, but either way, this week we'll get through everything I had on that list. We'll also be having a member live stream where I want to share some information that I don't want to share publicly dealing with Umar. His situation is really, really bad, and his mother's wrapped up into it. And Umar, for him to be out here doing what he's doing and having his mother suffer as a consequence, it's just such a shame. He don't care though. He don't care. It's truly sad. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Here's the first video. This was from 2020, October 31st, 2020. All right, let me do a screen share here, and we'll do this real quick when we close out. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear the audio for this. Okay, October 31st, 2020. This was the first, I believe this was the first paint day. Yeah, this is the first paint day. There's also a video where he went shopping and all this stuff. It was such a fiasco. And all this paint that they're using, by the way, this is old paint from the previous Moyer Academy that they found in the shed. Umar got access to this room that he didn't have access to, and they found all this paint in the shed, and that's the paint that they're using. Why is that relevant? Okay, I'm going to show you all why that's relevant in just a moment. Okay, here's a screen share right here. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear the audio.
Peace and Black Power, family. Come on in. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism.
Okay, this is 2020.
Don't mind me, ladies. I'm drama, okay? Don't be drama like Dr. Umar. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism. We live. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We are under the full moon in Taurus, October 31st.
Okay.
Last day of the month.
Again, it was really cold out there too, because we did the research and it was really cold. They had these women out here painting like this in the cold. With
full moon in Taurus. All right, daylight saving time tonight. Very special day. Halloween for the coons, you know. But we out here painting with the loyal donors. Everybody you see behind me is a loyal donor. Not only do they give their money, they can't.
Yeah, the paint, when Umar went into that room, I can pull it up, but when Umar found the paint, the guy that was in there says, Umar said, can we use it? Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. The guy says, no, it's not good. You can't use that anymore. But Umar ends up using it. And why is that relevant? Because he lies a lot. And I'll prove it to you all right here. This is a thumbnail that I used for a previous live stream where we covered one of the paint days. It was the one in 2023, but then I remembered the 2022. And what I ended up doing was I put those next to each other. And see, this is what Umar used to do. He would, in 2020, as an example, he would come out and say, we're going to have a paint day. And then he would bring out these swatches. Like they're going to figure out what paint they're going to be using. And because this is even for the exterior. He was talking about how they were going to figure out what they're going to be painting, et cetera, et cetera. He also said he's going to be painting the office and all this kind of stuff. And I remember, I think it was in 2022. Yeah, it was in 2022. He actually had a professional van come out there. I can't remember what the company was, but it was a painting company, and it was out there. And so he's talking to people saying that they're going to be painting, and he brings out these swatches. This gives the illusion that he's going to be using professionals to do it. Did he use professionals? No, he used the people that I just showed you all. That's what he did. But see, then he does the same thing in 2023, setting up this current paint day, this most recent, and he gets out there with the same swatches. and he gives the same spiel. And he does this over and over and over again. Showing the paint swatches is kind of like in reference to we're going to be using professionals, but inevitably he goes back and he uses everyday people who really don't know what they're doing. And that's the people that we see in these videos. It's just a scam. It's everything. Paint Day is a scam. Everything's a scam with this guy.
Peace and Black Power, family. Come on in. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism. Don't mind me, ladies. I'm drama, okay? Don't be drama like Dr. Umar. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism. We live. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. We are under the full moon in Taurus, October 31st. Last day of the month, full moon in Taurus. All right, daylight saving time tonight. Very special day. Halloween for the coons, you know. But we out here painting with the loyal donors. Everybody you see behind me is a loyal donor. Not only do they give their money, they came out today to give their time, brothers and sisters. We giving the most honorable Marcus Garvey School a facelift. You understand? We giving the Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, okay, gymnasium a facelift. And our storage building, I forgot who I named that after. We giving that a facelift too. Cut it out. So we out here. Check us out. Paint Day. Yesterday was the book signing in New York, but I'm back to work today. Yesterday was the book signing in New York, but I'm back to work today. We getting it in, brothers and sisters. And guess what color the paint is? Nat Turner yellow.
See, he went on this whole thing about the painting red, black, one of the buildings red, one of them back green, one of them gold. But he ended up taking the paint from the Moyer Academy that's years old, and he ends up using that paint, even though he was telling people that he was going to have it done professionally.
Nat Turner yellow is the color of the paint. Look at that. Well, it's just Turner for the white folks, but for us, it's Nat Turner yellow. You know what I mean? So we doing what we do. I know some of y'all want to come volunteer, but you can't do that today. This is only Loyal Donors Club. If you want to join the Loyal Donors Club, go to drumarjohnson.com and sign up for bronze, $50 a month. Sign up for silver, $100 a month. Sign up for gold.
Why do they have the paint so far away from the painting surface? Make no sense. It don't make no sense.
$250 a month.
Yeah, it sure did, James. It rained the next day. He don't even make no sense because they stopped. Actually, the next day they stopped and went to go get something to eat, and he was saying how they're gonna go back after it stops raining. Why are you painting on the outside when it's raining? Goof. It's just anyway.
Sign up for platinum, $500 a month.
Yeah, it's ripping all in the grass.
$1,000 a month, brothers and sisters. Help us raise the money to get the school
he
completed.
talking, but he
We
busy.
need $250K for the HVAC system, brothers and
Here
sisters.
we go.
It's the HVAC that's keeping us back right now.
Here
It's
we
the
go.
HVAC that's keeping us back. And here goes Sister Keita. And
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right about that. There's less men around Umar relative to a few. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right about that. This is true.
Brother Manny, late, but they.
Yeah, rest in peace, Brother Manny, too. He passed. There's quite a few people who've passed since this Umar Johnson saga. And rest in peace to all of them. You know, everybody. It's just so sad. And Manny was he used to come out for Umar for everything, you know, and Umar, man, you just be doing people so dirty. You have no intention of opening up a school, man.
Hey, here. Sister Keita, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? Black
Representing
power.
Philly by way of Carolina, Brother Manny. What you want
That makes me sad because he seemed like a genuine dude. He really did.
to say to the people today?
Out here representing FDMG, getting some work done out here, you know.
Indeed.
It's coming.
And we got some more rollers for y'all. Let me see. One brother went, oh yeah, we got enough. All you got to do, Brother Manny, Sister Keita, grab a roller, pop your thing on. And what we doing is we painting this side of the building and the storage at the end. See that building on the corner? We all right here, but we can do that too. So just pick y'all part and go with it. And the brother's coming back with some pans, but you can grab a bucket too, Manny, and go where you want to go. In fact, I think I'm gonna move down too, since the Queens is holding this down. Black African Queens is out here building.
Yeah, notice how they can only paint so high up the wall. He never finished this too. He said he was, but I'm talking about, you know, the upper levels. They never finished all that. It's just ridiculous.
Black African Queens is out here building.
Yeah, Brother Man, he passed away. From my understanding, it was a car accident. Sad.
Kings is out here building. Shout out to New York City. Shout out to New York City. Thank you to everybody who came out yesterday for the 10-year Dr. Umar anniversary. I was signing books from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. The book signing started at 2, but they showed up at 1 o'clock. That's how much New York City rides with the Prince FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit mail it in, P.O. Box 9630 FDMG. Killed it right now. It's Institution Builder Ifatunde. That's the new name. Institution Builder Donors Club. You cannot help to.
Yeah. This is not how it's done. They never finished the top part up above the black line. That dude look like my cousin. I'll say, what the fuck? I was about to make a phone call. What's wrong with you? He look like my cousin. Anyway.
I'm just getting y'all.
No. She was painting like she was brushing some hair. I said, girl, don't paint like you brush your hair. Don't do that. Gotta comb it through. We gotta comb it through. No. Anyway.
Brother Tone from Nashville. Tell him why it was important for you to come up and be with us today, brother.
Gotta get done.
Gotta get done. Our brother Tone drove up from Nashville, Tennessee. It's called dedication, and he's on the Loyal Donors Club. You understand? It's Dr. Papa Boulevard, Ifatunde action time. Damn elections. Y'all see Keita over there. Who did this right here? Who did this part? That's you? All right. She thinks she got it going on, huh? We got our 2 doctors over here. They actually surgeons in real life. And they came to volunteer.
Oh, I remember these two. Yeah.
Knocking it out. Knocking it out.
No, I don't think it was, no, brother. I don't think it was. I thought about that, but I don't think it was. Let's go back and look.
That's right here. Who did this part? That's you? All right. She think.
I don't think so.
She got it going on, huh? We got our 2 doctors over here. They actually surgeons. I'm back. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, I got one more to show y'all, and then we'll be done. And we'll just skip through real quick. So that was the first one in 2020. Here is the second one in 2021. And by this time, they were focusing on the small, what Umar calls the small gem. Here we go. And I'll skip through.
It's in Black Power. It's the Prince of Pan Africanism, King Kong consciousness. Black Power's Bruce Leroy, the last dragon. See him? Celine's Gymnasium. Y'all want to sit on YouTube, make videos all day, make documentaries all day, debates all day, interviews all day. We building for the babies right now.
Oh my God.
We building for the babies right now. Y'all see Brother Manny up there on the lift? We working.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace,
we
brother.
Working.
Manny.
Talk is cheap. We working in here. We working in here. September, Sharon and Pilar about to mess up the girls' bathroom.
Yeah, this is Sharon and Pilar. I actually think that Pilar worked at the Moyer Academy, because there's some video that I saw, and the lady looks like Pilar. And I don't know for sure, but I one of these days I'm going to do a comparison. I never looked at it side by side, but she looks just like this lady that's in one of the promo videos for the Moyer Academies that was on the news back in the day. Anyway.
Sharon and Pilar about to do the girls' bathroom one time. So we're going to let the queens do their thing. And the ladies, oh, by the way, hold tight. Let me show them something one time. Hit the fountain, Sharon, hit the fountain.
Yeah, Sharon has been around a long time, and she's supported Umar with these scams for over a decade now. She's been around for a really long time. Other people have fallen off, but she's stuck around. In fact, Umar didn't start talking about the idea of what he called black skin supremacy and white skin or light skin supremacy amongst black people. He didn't talk that talk until people found out that that was one of his women that he was dealing with, and she's half white, half black, and that's when he changed his whole narrative and started speaking in different terminology. You know, yeah, we're all African. It's not about the skin color, blah blah blah. But he's a colorist, in fact.
Turn that off. Flush your toilet for me one time.
I'm gonna use my foot on.
Go ahead. That's clean. You ain't gotta use your foot. That's new. Oh.
She was like, I'm gonna use my foot. I hear that.
And the soap is working.
All right, that's
soap on your hands.
That soap is working.
Wash your hands off.
Everything is a command too, by the way.
They think we playing games around here. Yes. We getting it ready, family.
They got toilet parts all over the place.
We getting it ready, family. 9/11, 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We gonna see.
Never happened.
We gonna see. So you know what you gotta do. You gotta hit the cash app.
Yep, every time.
You gotta hit the cash app.
All right, let's finish this up.
$sign Family Festival, a.k.a. getting to work. The PayPal.me. There must be evolution before there could be Bill, Kentucky, August, New York, Las Vegas. Consciousness coming to you live and direct. $sign FDMG School. Hit the cash app.
See, everything is to give the illusion of progress so that he can get money out of people. That's what I've been telling people for a long time. And actually, I do have one other one. Let me pull this one up, and then we'll be done. I'll skip through. This was the second paint day. That was the gym, but then there was a follow-up video that he did, if memory serves me correctly. And let me do a screen share on that one. Yeah, there's a third one. This is from 3 days later, or 2 days later. And thank y'all so much. I didn't mean for this to go this long, but we got a little carried away. It's all good. Thank y'all so much for coming. Okay, here we go. This is just Umar being goofy. I said, man, you ain't got no sense. Look at that. Excuse me. He playing Snoop Dogg. All right, let's see what he got to say. Yep, sniffing and blinking.
I know.
Boy, someone been turning that heat down. You see this? He was turning that heat down for something fierce. Look at him. Hit the one.
I know.
He's spitting.
I know. I know.
Boy, turn that heat. That heat got turned down, family.
Right.
You haven't heard her little nachos. You got her nachos.
Peace and black power, peace and black power. Peace and black power, peace and black power. It's the Prince. King Kong Consciousness, Notorious RBG, Black Powers, Bruce Leroy. I am the last dragon. I am here. FDMG Academy. The block party is going down. Saturday, September the 11th. I repeat, the block party is going down.
Man,
the first annual FDMG Fest. Everybody, all supporters and donors in the building. All supporters and donors in the building. 600 East 17th Street. 600 East 17th Street, right here, Wilmington, Delaware.
I don't mean to laugh.
Music,
I know
food,
it is insane.
Games, vendors, book bag giveaway, keynote from the Prince himself. I've been coming to y'all for 21 years. Come to me now. I've been coming to y'all for 21 years. Come to me now. I've been coming to y'all for 21 years. Come to me now, King.
She got her a plate. She sure do. She got a plate. That's the worst. When my wife makes these days, she'll make herself a plate. She don't make me no plate. She'll look at me. I'll be looking the whole time. I mean, I'll say, you gonna make me a plate? She's like, I'm going upstairs. I'm watching Netflix. I don't. Back in the day, she used to make me a plate every time. These days, it's little sometimes maybe. That's all right. That's all right. You've been in a relationship long enough. At a certain point, that woman be like, listen, I ain't making you a plate. I'm making me a plate. That's okay. This lady got her a plate. Here we go.
Consciousness, paint day number 2. We still working. Paint day number me, Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint Overture, Bookman, Makan Daw, Chris Stahl, August the 21st, and George Jackson, 14. Boy. Macon, I will see you August 15. New York City, I will see you August 17. Kenosha,
he's spitting all over the place. She's looking at him like, hey, let me eat my meal.
Wisconsin, I will see you August 21. Gymnasium for Black August. Let's get it. Nat Turner month. Nat Turner month. Let's get it.
Let's kick it in right now.
But most of all, y'all got to hit the Cash App.
See,
$ FDMG School.
Umar needs that money right now. He said, I turn that heat down. I need some more money. We got to do this. We got to do this again at around about midnight. Oh, this is sad. Been trying to tell people.
Hit the damn Cash App. $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG. Y'all see Brother Manny in the background. We still working in here.
Rest in peace, Brother Manny.
We still working in here, fam. This is what we do. We got Brother Hakeem in here. Working. We working in here. You got Sister Keita. She got kidnapped, but she got free. She working. We working in here. See how we doing it? We doing the Fatune Day special. Red, black, and green. We getting it ready. Why y'all ain't flushed the toilet? Y'all know the toilet is working.
Here we go.
You know the toilet is working.
There's no way I could not be up in there. There's no way I could not be up in there. They up there using the bathroom, ain't even flushing the toilet. This is all principle. Them kids, them poor kids, I don't know what they gonna have to go through once they get up in these traps. He probably gonna set up an outhouse. He gonna name it something. Who he gonna name it an outhouse after? It's gonna be red, black, and green. He gonna name it after somebody. That's them kids, the poor kids. Ain't gonna be no running water either. They use the outhouse and here's some hand wipes. The doo-doo brown. He gonna name it after me. Yeah, y'all go through the doo-doo brown linen. Oh my God. The doo-doo brown linen out. That's what it is. So I said the George Washington Carver outhouse. All right. Let's stay focused. We're gonna finish up right here. We're gonna finish off right here. Here we go. Umar, funny.
I turned the water back on. The tallest is working, family. The sink.
He said he turned it back on. My goodness.
Is working. We got to change that drop to ceiling tile.
Yeah, it's a water damage from the leaks in the roof.
I'll take care of that. That ain't nothing. We got extra.
I bet you he never fixed it too.
Extra drop ceiling.
He said he got extra drop ceiling, and yet there's drops, quote unquote drops. It's really ceiling tiles that are missing all over the place. He just be lying so much. That's another lie right there.
All the tallest is fixed. We not playing with y'all no more. The games is over. The sinks is fixed. We not playing no games. The tallest is working, family. We not playing no sucker games. No sucker games. No sucker games. Look at P-Lar. He said that man is too much. No sucker games.
P-Lar is the one that painted the rock the first and second time.
We getting the work done. Ain't no games in here. What we talking about? What we talking about?
And again, this was to give the illusion of progress even back then.
What
Man, this guy got 2 phones.
we talking about? Ain't no games being played. What we talking about? What we talking about? Remember this toilet was busted on the floor? What
Yeah, I
y'all
remember.
talking? What we talking about? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. What
This
we
is
talking
so-
about?
This is so sad. This grown man walking through these bathrooms, filthy. The bathrooms are filthy. Look at the floor. And he just yelling like he done just won the lottery.
What we talking about? We rolling, baby. We rolling.
Look at that. Did y'all see the dirt? The look at that. You see over there against the wall over there? That's all dirt and grime. This guy, he's something else.
Progress.
let me
Progress.
skip
Oh, that's the highest. Be a Philly. Institution built.
Yeah, that was
Shout
a
out to
jam
the
back in the
beautiful
day.
queen who blessed me with the MacBook Air. Now I'm gonna finish that for Sisters Only book. We about
He never finished that book. Someone sent him a MacBook Air, like I was talking about earlier. People could send him computers, all kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. It's Miracle Fallout. I watched that series on Netflix. Really good. I never played the video games, but that series is really good.
to get it popping now.
Okay, we're almost done.
September 11th, y'all better be here, baby.
You
The
like
music
you,
gonna be nice.
Hey, you right about that. It's never clean.
911. Black be in the building.
Ticket spot.
So we working. The FDMG Academy is based on the mother of all, and the spirits up in here. You don't want them to learn traditional African spirituality? They cannot come. This is not a charter school.
See this? I was talking about this earlier. Umar's disrespect of Christians. And you know, real quick, and I forgot to do this because I want to do these shows where I start off and address Umar Johnson supporters or even people who defend Umar. And they were trying to say that Umar never disrespected the Bible. He did. He said, "Your damn Bible." You're damning the Bible. He said it with his own words. People have to stop making these excuses for Umar's behavior. We did a video earlier today to talk about Umar's disrespect of Christianity, of Christians, of the Bible, and of the Christian radio show hosts. He's also disrespectful towards Jesus too, trying to say Jesus was born on his birthday. He calls himself the Black Christ. He needs to cut it out. Anyway, people, you can make excuses all you want to, but I always have things backed up with evidence, and it's coming from Umar's own mouth. I don't have to cut things, or I don't have to misrepresent anything. I'll let it play. See?
This is not a public school. This is not a Catholic school. We bringing the spirits up in here. I'm the son of Ogun, and I'm bringing Ogun up in here. I'm the son of Ogun, and I'm bringing Ogun up in here. Orisha power. Orisha life.
Yeah, thank you so much, Patrick. We're closing out right now.
To the school if you don't want them to
Yeah, if y'all hit the like button,
learn about the ancient spirituality of their ancestors. They can't come here. There is no opting out. You don't want them to learn traditional African spirituality? They cannot come. This is not a charter school. This is not a public school. This is not a Catholic school. This is not a white private school. This is a RBG independent school. Every penny from black folks. That's what we doing, brothers and sisters. That's what we doing. Check me out tonight, Philly Radio, Word 900 AM, the son of RD, 900 AM. It's September the 11th. My Canadian supporters, mission of Marcus Garvey, mail in that check of money order, P.O. Box, 19th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Be here or be square. You at Halloween. HVAC is on order, 90 days. My 11-year anniversary of my
goodness. He said 90 days. It went for like a year. You guys remember that? That's the HVAC song.
New York City debut, October 30th. That's when, yes, brothers and sisters, destiny shall be fulfilled.
All right, and there you have it. It hasn't been fulfilled. In fact, this has been going on now for 14 years. Umar is not even close to getting these buildings up to code. And what's going to happen at a certain point is he's already blamed black people, black contractors. He's blamed you supporters. You didn't send him enough money. You don't even know how much money you sent him. He don't know how much money. He's had way more than enough money to open up a school, but he's tricked it off to live out his self-destructive lifestyle. But what's going to end up happening is he's already told people that the renovations were complete, but then now he's saying he needs a roofer. And you see the condition. I played it earlier. That's the most recent video where you see a tour of the school. We saw the paint day, which was not too long ago, and it still looks horrible up in there. He's not even close. But what he will do at a certain point is he's going to turn it back around, and he's going to say to people that we did not get our certificate of occupancy from the city of Wilmington, Delaware, because of racism. Because they're trying to sabotage this great effort of mine. He'll say ours. They're trying to stop us. And he'll blame white people. And then at a certain point, he'll start going back to blaming black people. Watch. Mark my words. This is what you call a long con. And throughout this long con, there's been so many other cons that have gone on. Let me share one that many people don't know about. This was one of the cons that Umar Johnson ran when there was a fire that took place inside one of these buildings. And remember, I have a video where he was talking to Brother Manny, rest in peace, and he was saying, did you get everything that we were burning in there? And what they were talking about, rest in peace, no disrespect, was the paraphernalia associated with what they were doing in there. Okay. And understand that Umar, when he said that there was this fire, he tried to make it seem as if it was sabotage, that people were trying to stop him. And he posted this picture, which is not in FDMG. Nowhere in FDMG do you have this. This picture, this is an old picture, a grainy picture, probably from the 1970s, maybe the early 80s. Look at this. But what Umar attempted to do was to pass this off as if this was the fire damage. And when people called him out on it, he took it down. But I got the screenshot. I'm not making this up. Anyone remember this? Because you're not going to find this anymore. He took this down. Anybody remember this? Hit the 1. I'm not making it up. No need to do so. Yeah, I already did the reverse image search. Okay. And the images that come up that are associated with this, these are old, grainy pictures. This wasn't taken with a digital camera because this wasn't common back then. But this is what Umar posted. Look, I'm not making it up, and we're gonna be done because I don't want people to say, "Well, you could have just put that image." No, I don't do stuff. I don't lie on this guy. I never have, never will. I've been wrong on some things. I always come back and correct myself, and I apologize. You guys know that about me. But this right here was another scam. And what it does is it made people feel like, oh, he's being persecuted. They're trying to sabotage. Let me send him more money. Let me send him, same thing with the paint day. Let me send him some more money. Second paint day. Oh, they're getting things done. Same thing. Let me send him some more. And then here we are, the most recent paint day. And he can't get but a handful of people to show up. Oh, it's more than a handful. Let me not. I would say no more than 20 people to show up. But people see that and they're like, oh, he's going to open up the school. He's been running this type of game on people. It's just scam after scam after scam. And here's one more and we're done. What's up, East B? You need to subscribe. Okay. One more and then we're going to be done. Umar was also running this scam. It was the first annual Big Papa Caribbean Cruise. FDMG donors, loyal supporters. Oh, again, you have to be a loyal donor in order to be able to do this. You have to donate and then you have to be a loyal supporter. Okay. That means a loyal donor in essence. Excuse me. That was supposed to happen summer of 2020. Did that happen? No. Just like the most recent Africa trip didn't happen. What he does is he just gets a feel to see whether or not people were interested and if they're willing to pay for any of this stuff. And if he doesn't get a good response, he abandons it. If he gets a decent response, then he'll keep promoting it. In some cases, he'll take money and then he'll cancel it. In some cases, he'll keep collecting the money. He'll actually have the event. And I mark my words, at some point, when the money stops coming in completely for this FDMG school scam, he's going to abandon it altogether. And he'll come up with some excuse. He'll blame somebody. It's always somebody else's fault. And there you have it with the paint day. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I want to thank you all so much for tuning on. And it's like old times. We got a good turnout, and I appreciate everyone inside the Cookie Crush chat, all the mods for handling business too. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. As you know, I ask for likes, from time to time, but if y'all can subscribe, I would really appreciate it, especially East B. Come on now, do the right thing. And that's really what I want. I want Umar to do the right thing. I want to continue to do my best in life, and I want him to do better, and he can. I don't think he will, But understand that I've never come from a place of hatred. I've always come from a place of truth. And you should never shame someone for telling the truth. Amen. All right, good question. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, y'all take care. Peace.